What's up, dudes? I'm coming to you from the new side of the studio. I'm coming to you from the yellow couch. This is Mustard Yellow Heinz. What up? That's not a sponsor, but we are brought to you by our new Patreon, patreon.com/chatgoesdeep. Bonus content each week. Chad and JT classic episodes. If you're not on the Patreon train, get on. If you want that bonus content, you will not regret it. Patreon is on. We also have tour dates coming up. We're beginning Hollywood in July, and then we got tour dates coming up this fall. Get your tickets now. I'm talking Chicago, North Carolina, Nashville, South Carolina, New York. We're all coming in hot, baby. So get your tickets at chadjd.com. We're also brought to you by Legends at Helix Sleep. What up, Helix? Guys, are you nervous about buying a mattress online? Well, don't be. Helix has over 12,000 five-star reviews for a reason. Because they're the best mattresses, and they have a 2-minute sleep quiz that'll match you to your perfect mattress. You will not regret it. Best sleep in my life. Helix is offering up to $200 off all mattress orders and 2 free pillows for our listeners at helixsleep.com/go-deep. We're also brought to you by the Legends at Manscaped. Manscaped, thank you so much for keeping our trims peeled, for looking after our hogs, for making sure that our dinks are looking fresh and clean, because summer's coming. The sun is shining, and your shirts are off, and your balls are reflecting off the sun like a freaking bounce thing they use when they're shooting commercials, you know? I'm just saying you don't have hair on your balls because you're using Manscaped, and that's what we need. What we want for you, okay? Get the Performance Package 4.0. Get on top of it. Dive headfirst in the summer by joining the 4 million men worldwide who trust Manscaped. And get ready for hot guy summer by going to manscaped.com for 20% off plus free shipping with the code GODEEP. All right, let's start the show.
Once we're deep, going deep, Chad and JT.
We should all be dressed like we're in Miami at all times too. I think.
It's
I
my
think we
favorite
need to
city
bring.
in the world.
Yeah.
It's the number one place on earth.
It's
Yes.
the best.
It's like the Vegas of beaches.
It's just like Vegas, but the people actually live there.
Yeah.
So they're like habituated to partying, and they have the endurance to keep doing it.
It's so. And do you like Vegas?
I love Vegas.
Vegas is an amazing
Those are my
place.
two favorite cities.
Yeah, they're incredible places.
Because it's just the thing I like about Miami is when you're walking down the street, you feel like a party could pop off at any moment.
Yeah.
Like you can feel it in the air.
They're dancing. You know, they're like, they party.
The butts
It's
are
fun.
crazy.
Everyone's asses are huge.
Yeah.
Kardashians' asses are getting small now that they're dating the white boys. Have you
Really?
noticed?
Have they gotten smaller?
They're shrinking their asses.
Really?
Yeah.
How do they do that? Do they
I don't know what the thing. I don't know if they got like I think they got the Brazilian butt lifts where they like take the fat from the rest of your body and like
Yeah.
inject it. And the only reason I think it's because there's a slight fupa that comes with those.
Oh,
Interesting.
They
But
get
I
a
always
fupa?
notice there's like it gets a little bit puffy here too. Just a
Wow.
tiny bit.
Just because your body's adjusting?
I think just because it's just not where stuff's supposed to go.
Do you think
Oh.
they'll be able to like reset the paradigm for what's attractive in butts by going smaller? The
I
same
think
way
they
did
can.
with bigger asses?
I think they are. I think that's probably currently happening, and I feel bad for all of these girls that like saved up all their money and went to Brazil and got these
Yeah.
Big
scary
booties.
procedures.
But so how do they shrink it? Do they just put like the needle back in, suck it out?
Yeah,
They're
I
like,
don't know,
we're
they
gonna put
just
this
put, like, a
back in
pin
your
in
thigh. Yeah.
I don't know, but it's got to be because they're dating white guys now.
Are they all dating white dudes?
They're all dating like tattoo tall.
Barker, Pete,
Yeah,
and then who's Chloe with?
I have no clue. Chloe, girl,
Chloe's hilarious.
she is.
I think she's my favorite.
She's the coolest one.
Yeah.
She's had in her physical transformations. I've never seen anything like it in my life.
Yeah.
Yeah, she looks great.
It's like, can you get your shoulder? Like, I didn't know you could trim. I want to trim my shoulders.
Yeah.
I think about this with like Al Pacino. Like he's done so much work and kept himself looking as close to like 35-year-old Al Pacino as possible. Do you think that makes it harder for him to perform because he's like less connected to his true self?
Yeah, but do you think at his age he's still able to perform that well?
As
Not to
an
be
actor,
ageist, but don't you think like it's gotta, your skills have to be a little slower?
I think he's got the thing in his ear that's telling him
Oh,
what his
yeah.
dialogue is. But he's still pretty good in movies. Like he was good in The Irishman and stuff like that. And
You know, I actually didn't see The Irishman.
You
I
didn't?
think I knew how long it was going to be, and I was like,
It's
I can't.
long.
I'm not going to be able to handle this.
I thought it was kind of boring.
Yeah,
it is
I don't know what it's
boring.
about, but if you tell me it's 2.5 hours, I'm busy.
It was kind of boring, but that one scene with him and who's the guy who's like Tommy from Snatch?
Oh yeah, Steven. Fuck. I'll remember. Keep
Steven
going.
something. That's a good
Okay.
scene. Watch that on YouTube.
Okay,
But,
yeah. I just want scenes sent to me.
Yeah.
Guys at home, men and women, if you can send me just the clips that are good. Thank you.
Stephen Graham.
Oh, Stephen Grant. I was thinking,
That made me
I-
know him less.
I want to get a new chin.
I've been thinking about that.
Okay.
I've been looking it up.
All
You
right,
gotta
let's
get.
talk. Let's talk. I need do we have a laser pointer? And I could show you guys what work to get done. Do you remember? Wasn't there a Lorenzo
Laser-
Lamas show or something of that? By the way,
Lorenzo Lamas, Renegade.
yeah, I was gonna say I feel like Lorenzo Lamas. I haven't mentioned him in so long, and I feel like this is the right place.
We're
for him.
kindred.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've always really appreciated that guy.
He's a great guy. What is he up to?
I don't know. He was on an MTV show 24/7, a reality show, because one of the guys on the show was dating his daughter, but that was 17 years ago.
Yeah, and his daughter was hot. His daughter was like on, I think, The Bachelor too,
Oh, wow. She's really making the
back
rounds.
in the day. But she's got to be. I mean, I'm sure she's got like 14-year-old children now. Who knows?
That's hot.
You guys like moms?
Oh yeah.
I could see you guys being.
That's
a mom.
more his thing.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, I'm dating someone younger, but
Finally.
when I was single,
like, this is getting weird.
yeah. When I was single though, I was like, I always had fantasies of like an older kind of.
Okay, my boyfriend's 11 years younger than me, so I
Oh,
like to-
really?
Whoa,
Oh,
let's
nice.
go.
Yeah.
You're a scandal.
I know, but we're gonna like get married and stuff. I'm like, I never thought that would
How long have you guys been dating?
since like 2 weeks before the pandemic.
Oh, that's a good
nice.
chunk of time.
Yeah, so we weren't gonna. I was gonna just break up with him, obviously.
Uh-huh.
And then did you guys it accelerated everything?
Yeah, well, I was like, you can stay through this weird thing, and then that was 2 full years. So,
Yeah. Did he live with you?
yeah.
Nice.
Have you dated a younger guy before?
Like yeah, I thought I did. I dated a guy that was like 3 years younger. I was like, this is crazy, and now I'm like, yes, he hasn't been alive the same time. Well, how old are you guys?
31.
34.
Okay, so he was not on the earth with Kurt Cobain. He's never been on the earth.
Whoa.
He was born.
Is he a Nirvana fan? Like, has he gone back?
He can appreciate it. Yeah, I think we all kind of enjoyed that song after Batman came out, right?
Yeah, that was good.
What's the fucking song called?
I forget.
I quit smoking weed and then I smoked weed 3 days in a row, and I'm the most burnout I could be.
Oh, hell yeah, dude.
Weed makes me immediately unmanageable. My life is not.
Do you
work.
you
It's
don't drink
embarrassing.
though, right?
I do Special K.
Did you give up the ganj just to see what it would feel like?
I had to give it up because I was freezing my eggs, and I guess it's like better for fertility to not. Is this close enough to me? I have to wait for my boyfriend to be old enough to have kids.
You, you pay a big lump sum, but then you have to pay like month to month
You
to
pay
keep them
monthly,
frozen,
yeah.
right?
But I paid like 5 years in advance.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I don't want them fucking pulling the plug on my eggs.
Right, baller
Right.
status.
But we did like embryos, so his sperm went in it. So if we break up, I have to date an Asian guy because he's half Asian.
Wow.
Oh, nice.
Do you know my boyfriend, Todd?
I never met him, but I've seen
No?
him on Instagram, and he seems
Okay.
like a good dude.
Yeah, I don't think I met. He was at our show.
Yeah,
The
you
last
guys
night he
look
did a
like
show.
him.
I don't know if. I think he sat near me.
Oh, cute.
No, I sat next to him for a little bit because he was in the back, right?
Does he smell good?
He did smell good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wasn't there, but Chad told me he smelled
Yeah.
good.
He smells like Venice.
I like that
In a
you're
good way.
barefoot.
Thank you.
Is that a thing do you like to be barefoot a lot?
Most of the time.
And do you think that's like a beach thing or like a
No, I think it's a family thing.
yeah?
My family was pretty skimpy on the clothing. We
Okay, did you see a lot of adult genitals as a kid?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And we just walked around in our boxers a lot, and like my mom would be sleeping with a titty out. and-
Yeah, no, my boyfriend's mom just FaceTimes us completely topless all the time. I'm like, you are so fucking crazy.
Really?
It is
She's
weird.
so hot too.
Oh, she's hot.
Like I haven't seen nipple, but
Sorry.
next family vacation I will.
Nice.
I'm sure.
How soon into dating the guy did you know he was the one you wanted to freeze your embryos with?
Probably like 6 months. I was like fighting it,
Mm-hmm.
but I just like him better than anyone else I dated.
I think that's good to fight it too. I think
Yeah.
people like watching the fight. Like I'm sure that was compelling for him to be like, "Oh, Annie really likes me, but she can't let her guard down."
Well, I tried the thing where we like fought, and I was like where I was just mad at him about like liking me too much or whatever, and he was like, or I was on the road with Louis. This was right before the pandemic, and he had stayed at my place because he worked at the Comedy Store at the time, and so my apartment was closer. So he was like, "Can I just like stay over?" And it was like Valentine's Day or something. I was like, "I don't even know this guy. Is he like bringing girls back?" It's like fuck. And then I came back and he had his PlayStation there. It was like the opposite. I was like, "Oh God." How do I get rid of this guy?
So when you guys started dating, did you have like that feeling of like this feels special, but you were fighting it, or did it develop over time?
Well, he's from New Jersey and I'm from Philadelphia. So we had like a little bit of we had stuff in common and we both really like Survivor. That was like the thing. So I was like, maybe we'll do a Survivor podcast, but I just kind of had a crush on him. But he was so much younger than me that I was like, this is weird.
Yeah.
But he has like, I mean, he came for me. So I was like, what am I going to do? He's like crawling on the floor. Goo goo gaga. He's in a diaper. What am I supposed to do? Say no?
Yeah.
No, but so he came over for me. He's like, get a pacifier in. I'm like, I say no to these boys.
Yeah. Right.
But he came over to watch Survivor, and then it was just like, we just had a crush on each other.
Nice.
Sounds great.
And then I kept thinking I needed to date someone older for some reason. And then I talked to my friend Malo from high school, who were like the survivors of everyone else was like dead or in prison for my high school because we were juvenile delinquents. But my friend Malo is like an author, and he's like a rapper, professor. Like he's just like inspired all these people. He's like a cool guy. MK Asante is what he goes by. But I was talking to him on the phone and I was like, I left so I could talk shit on not talk shit, but just be like, I got to get rid of this guy so young or whatever. And Malo was like, I was like, if I want to have kids, I need someone older. He goes, no. If you want to have kids, you need someone younger. Where are the old ones? Like it's too late. You have to go. Anyone older than us is too old. And I was like, oh yeah.
Yeah, like when our bodies start to break down, the younger person can take on the lion's share of the.
I
like,
truly don't even
rearing.
need to have kids. Like I don't have to have kids to take care of me when I'm older. I have a built-in one.
Right. Oh, that's smart.
Yeah.
Thinking
But he's
ahead.
like I think he's like a little unhealthy to try to like match me. Like he's trying to age faster. I don't like that. I'll kill, like if he wants to die at the same time as me, we can make it happen. But
Yeah.
Oh, that's romantic.
if he dies before me, I'll be very pissed.
That'd be a bummer.
He wanted a motorcycle. I'm like, no. There's the perks of dating someone 11 years younger not being taken from me.
He wanted to get a motorcycle.
I did. I think that's normal.
Okay, tell me because I understand the excitement of it, but what happened in your life 5 minutes before you were like, I'm serious about this?
What was I doing? That was like in January where I was really on one and I was like, I need to get like a Husqvarna. I wanted to get like a street legal dirt bike. I think I was living pretty fast paced at the time and I had made this very conscious choice that I was tired of being afraid of danger and death.
Yeah.
And that instead of doing things to protect myself from that, because there's no way to protect yourself from that, I was just going to hurl my way into it and just grab a fucking dirt bike and rip up and down the crowded LA streets and just like be in touch with the danger and death all the time.
I just almost kill one of those people like every day.
I'm a horrible
almost
driver,
die almost every single day from me. I don't, how am I supposed to know? I'm not equipped to expect. I just have to always assume there's a bike about to get hit by me.
Well, the splitting lanes thing, I don't. And then I don't understand how. Yeah, I mean, I think it happens.
Also, like you're gonna be dead. I'm gonna be the one with your death like on my shoulders.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
I'm the victim here.
That's what I wanted.
Or worse.
You want to just be remembered by one person their whole life.
Yeah, I wanted to change the trajectory of someone else's life too. I wanted someone to hit me and have to
You
deal with
wanted
the
your
guilt of killing
trajectory
me.
to be up and then straight down, and then theirs to just be.
I wanted to die, and I wanted the other person to have to live with my death forever.
And you would probably like be all mangled. You'd be like look really fucked up. I remember driving by a motorcycle accident, and there was one person. There were two people, and they were only working on one person. And I'm lying there like, oh my god, pronounced dead, pronounced dead.
Yeah, my mom drove by a motorcycle accident. And the guy's head popped off.
Oh,
And that was the thing with him too. Is
how
like
fast and hard are you going? It's like. Think of how hard it would be to pop our heads off.
his head popped off, and she's And the thing with him too, he's like, I want to get a motorcycle. I'm like, what if you get gruesomely injured? How are we gonna podcast?
maybe
We have shit
worse.
to do.
Yeah, that's true.
Like he
No,
comes in
I
with
think
like
that's-
pins in his whole body. He's just like, all right, we ready, dude? I'm like, you fucker.
Yeah, but the podcast I would be healthy for, I'd be bringing it because I'd be so in my adrenaline.
You're talking
Yeah.
through a fucking thing.
Well, do you like skydive or anything like that?
I've done it.
Did you?
I liked
felt
it.
a little, okay.
Did you like it?
I felt like I was waiting my whole life for this like amazing feeling, and then it was like I did tandem, so I mean maybe if I did it by myself I would feel that way, but I didn't even feel like I got to like make the choice to jump, you know.
Did you
Right.
talk to your guy much before you jumped out?
I was very concerned in getting an eat out picture in the air, so the whole thing was just kind of surrounding getting the picture, and so it
Were
was
you
like
doing
when
it for like a long time to try and capture it?
my face was just like open, my mouth was so dry, my tongue was stuck to the roof of my mouth, I couldn't get it out. No, he tapped me at the right time, but it was like I
okay.
was more concerned about that than pulling the cord. Like I was like, I gotta get this.
Yeah.
How old were you when you first did the eat out gesture?
I mean, I for probably the first time I ever saw it. It's such a fun one.
It's a good one.
Yeah, probably in camp or something.
Sleepaway camp?
Yeah.
Or were you a day camper?
No. Come on. Sleepaway camp was the best.
That was cool. Were you like more popular at sleepaway camp?
I actually wasn't popular at sleepaway camp, and I credit it for why I have a good life now.
Because it made you tough?
I didn't peak young.
Right.
I was really pissed that everyone was so popular and I wasn't. They were all from Brooklyn.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, what am I going to compete with the fucking
Yeah, you can't
kids?
compete with
No, they
Brooklyn.
take the train.
Yeah.
I took the train like twice.
Are you Jewish?
I am like, my dad's dad is Jewish.
Was it a Jewish day camp or sleepover camp?
No, it was a Quaker one.
Quaker?
Yeah.
Oh,
I
interesting.
haven't even heard of that.
Yeah.
What are those like?
I mean, Quakerism is like a form of Christianity it's like kind of hippie shit. It's like there's a light inside of everyone. God's a light that's
Right.
inside everyone and everything. So you're like, everyone's a pacifist. If you were to go get drafted and you're a Quaker, you don't have to go to war.
What were you like as a kid? Were you like kind of outgoing and all that kind of stuff? Or were you
I was,
more
like,
introverted?
upset.
You're upset?
I was an upset kid.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
I was.
I could tell you were an upset kid.
I'm still an upset.
Well, I
kid.
kind of was wondering about the socks because I used to have a problem with socks when I was a kid. And I could see it manifesting into being barefoot, but it actually turned into me like, I when I found out that there was wiki feet and stuff, I pixelate my feet because I like could not believe it's a thing. I didn't know it was a thing. Do you have a foot fetish because your family always had their feet off?
I do like sucking some toes, but I don't call it a fetish. I think.
But
we're,
are there deal breaker feet?
um
Rest of the girls perfect.
no, it's not a deal breaker, but I'll definitely kind of like be like
You peak.
a little. I'll look at the foot and I'll be like, well, that doesn't make me excited, but
And
all
what
in
are you
all-
looking? Are you looking for the arches to be like?
No, I'm
do you
not.
want to put your penis like in between them?
I've done that and it's fun, but it's not something that I'm like, we got to do this. I'm just like, if someone does it, I'm like, this is exciting. But I think I don't know. My girlfriend was asking me, she's like, what are you like looking at with the foot? I'm like, I don't know. I just look at it and I'm like, it's nice.
I know. I'm always like, I want to know like the deep down. I want to know like all of the.
Then I'm not very like granular about it. I'm just like, nice foot.
Yeah, give me that foot. One time I thought I was wearing slides and I was eating with my boyfriend and this guy was like staring at my feet and I was like, are you fucking seriously just staring at my fucking feet? And I got in a pedicure, so I was like, I know they look cute. And then I realized like as I like looked closer, he was looking at my boyfriend's Yeezys and it was just it was a moment for me. Like, get over your feet, bitch.
Right.
What kind of, you think you're some sort of fuck goddess? But I pixelate them as like a joke now, and it's just I'm gonna do it for the rest of my life. Like if you catch me outside, you'll see them.
Nice.
But if you're looking online, no, that you can find them online. People are always like, I found them. But my wiki feet reviews, they're very mad at me.
Oh, you have wiki feet.
Yeah.
And
But once I realized I had wiki feet, I just pixelated them. I was like, I don't have to.
Do you think you're creating like a Streisand effect where like the more you try to hide them, the more people are
Yeah,
going
it's
to look
hilarious.
for it? That is funny.
I'm selling pixelated socks. They come out next month.
Nice. What are you charging for those?
I don't know yet because the first ones that they sent weren't like good enough. I didn't feel comfortable selling them.
Nice.
I got sunglasses. I forgot to bring them.
You got a standard though. You're like, hey, these socks need to be.
Yeah, like the sunglasses, like they're my new cheap sunglasses, but I want to eventually be selling like fucking sick sunglasses.
Mm-hmm. What's your manicure say?
It says write jokes on notebook paper.
Oh, that's cool.
That's super cool.
Yeah.
How do they paint that like hand?
Hand by hand, yeah.
Really?
He holds his breath.
Nice.
I like
Wow.
how girly you guys can get.
Yeah.
Oh, we're pretty
Get
girly.
right
Yeah.
into the nails.
I love fashion.
Fashion's the best.
It's the best.
My business manager, because I had to spend a lot of money last month, was like, his assistant sent me an email that was like, hey, you should probably like not try to spend too much money this month or whatever. And I went to Louis Vuitton and sent him a picture. And I was like, believe, bitch. Or you're fired.
Do you like that? Is he get a kick out of your?
Well, it's his assistant. The main guy enjoyed it. I think he thought it was funny. I'm not
Yeah.
gonna run out of money.
It's a good attitude.
Those days are done.
Yeah, you did some like.
Oh my god.
we
Yeah,
always-
I have so much more for you.
Yeah, I what's the guy's name again?
Jim Fortin.
Jim Fortin. Yeah, I listened to his podcast a few times, but I think you did the whole program, right?
I did the whole program. He's coaching me right now too.
Oh, you're doing like in-person coaching?
No, just like on the phone.
Okay.
But
so
I have
for-
hung out with him. I went to Sedona and had dinner with him.
Really? So for everyone watching when they're listening, who's Jim Fortin?
Jim Fortin is my dude. He's my Tony Robbins. He is he's like a transformational coach, and I randomly found his podcast, and then I took his course and stuff, and I went from literally living in my car to having I will never run out of money ever in my entire life.
When did you start working with him?
I started working with him. I mean, I think it was like a year ago.
A year ago.
I was living in like a shitty apartment. There was construction. I was losing my mind. I had an ulcer. I had like $60 in my account. Like I was like, how do I get the fuck out of here? Todd and I were just like dying in this apartment. And then
what changed?
I just changed my attitude because it was weird. I was like, I would be like hanging out with Rogan and I'd be like, why do you have so much money? I have no money.
Mm-hmm.
We have the same job. Like what? Like all my friends were so rich. I was like, what? It's me. It has to be me.
Yeah.
And I realized I wasn't like putting myself out there that much. I was like afraid. I like didn't like want to be successful. I didn't believe I could be. And then I changed my mindset and I'm rich.
What congrats. What
I'm rich. Tesla. Anyway.
what I think it suits you too. You seem like someone
I'm
who
supposed
should
to be
be
rich.
rich.
I didn't realize that before. I thought I was supposed to be poor.
Yeah.
Is that
But
what
I would say I was poor all the time. I was like, I have no money of $100. I was like, I have $100. I would always say that. And I'm like, I have an infinite money.
Yeah, as part of the training is sort of have to have a wealthy mindset to have this feeling like I have money and
Yeah,
to like think
abundance.
about in the future like I always have money. I always have money.
Well, he
Is
says
that-
if you were to treat, if you're in a relation, you have a relationship with money. If you were in a relationship with someone and you treated them the way you treated your money, like they would leave you.
Right.
You know, it would be like, you're not enough. I need more. Where
Yeah.
are you? Get here now.
So now how do you approach it?
Well, I still struggle with it. Sometimes, like when I got that email from my business manager, I was like, what the fuck?
Mm-hmm.
But you took contrary action. We're like, I'm just gonna go to Louis Vuitton and
Well, I had a week where I was suffering over it, and I was like, am I running out of money? And all the flights just got so expensive too at that time.
Yeah.
So I was like, wait, am I gonna run out? Why would I run out of money? There's like infinite resource. I could do a million things to make money.
Yeah. And there's also this, I always have this thought that if you spend money, it's like you put money out in the world and it comes back to you.
I tip
When
really
you try to
fast.
hold on to it. You
Yes.
tip well. When you try to hold on to it, that's when you have a scarce mindset,
Yeah.
scarcity mindset, and then you lose it.
Also, like you want to get things because you want them, not because you think you can have. You know what I mean? So it's like I just get the things I want rather than like, oh, if I want this, I can't have that or whatever. And like sometimes I can't get the thing right away. Like obviously I would love like to be able to have a jet or something, but I don't have like, I don't know if I have any savings. I don't know, but it's been working out.
Yeah.
yeah.
But I got like a check in the mail right when I started doing the Jim Fortin stuff. I got a check in the mail from the IRS and I was like, oh my God. And I had said to my boyfriend right before we went into the mailbox, like moments before, I was like, we're moving out of this apartment. I don't give a fuck how we do it. We're moving out at the end of the month. And it was like 3 days till the end of the month. And I got a envelope from the IRS and I was like, oh no, I'm fucked.
Yeah.
And then I was like, wait, I shouldn't think that it's bad. And so I like changed my attitude and it was $6,000 they owed me.
Oh, nice.
Isn't that crazy? When has that ever happened?
I love that. I love when you sort of put that out and then things start coming your way. It feels
And
like
I'm like,
magic.
did I change this? I'm like, did I
Yeah.
magically change what was in this?
I did last night because it was a full moon, a super moon.
Okay.
I wrote the manifestations down.
Okay.
Yeah. I
Any
learned
that
this
you
from my
wanna
girlfriend.
share? Or are you scared?
I don't know if you could. I don't know the whole thing. I get superstitious. I don't know if
okay.
you say them, but I don't know.
Say 'em.
It's all career stuff and relationship stuff.
One time
but
I got tarot cards read by this girl who was like a
I get
comedian.
scared to get those read.
Well, here I choose that they're good. Like if
Yes,
if it's
that's
a
it,
good
yeah.
thing, I'm like they are real. If
Yes.
it's bad, I go this is fake.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not like when people are like Mercury's in retrograde. I'm like get your fucking heck shit away from me. What the fuck?
Yeah,
Don't give me a bad month. I don't want
Mm-hmm.
to have a bad month or 2 weeks or however long it is.
that's a good call.
But with that said, so years ago, I was like, I came up kind of fast in the open mics and stuff. Like I just worked really hard and just always kind of wanted it to be my career. And so there would be these people that have been doing mics for like a while that I think they might have just been there to like, you know, have friends. I'm like afraid of having like the Slobber Corners. Slobber Corners, new podcast coming out. So I go to this, I don't know what the event was. It was some like show or whatever. And they're like, oh, and this like open micer bitch is going to be doing tarot cards. So I'm like, okay, like I'm like a nut, like kind of like believing, like I trust people.
Yeah.
But I wasn't thinking about where she is in her, like she probably already like hated my guts. Like she probably fucking couldn't stand me.
Yeah.
So I came in and like passed her or whatever. So she's doing my tarot cards and she's like, well, what do you want? And I'm like, do I tell this bitch what I want? Like, I was like, I don't know. I like said something like nothing, you know, I was like, it'd be cool to like get, I don't know what I said, but she was like, no, for your career. And I was like, well, you know, I have my Montreal callback, my Montreal Comedy Festival callback. And I think I'm going to get it. And she's like, oh, you're not going to get it.
Oh.
She goes, sorry, you're not going to get Montreal. And I was like, and it kind of fucked with me for like a couple weeks.
Yeah.
But I'd already done all the work, you know?
Yeah.
And then I got it. And like years later, I saw her and I was like, you know, I did fucking get Montreal. That's like fucked up that you said I wasn't going to get it. She goes,
Yeah.
oh, I just make that shit up. And I was like, you just make that shit up and didn't give it to me?
Yeah.
You fucking bitch. But
Yeah.
so I guess be careful who you get them from. It can't be someone that's like got the poison for you.
No.
Are you guys past the poison phase or do you have the poison for any specific people?
What does that mean?
Like they're like when their career succeeds, you go like,
I have it a little bit. For the most part, I don't. I think I'm pretty nice, but I have it a little bit for like people I don't even know who I think suck, but no one I know. Because most of the people I know, I kind of get it, or I like them, But some people I don't know, I have a little bit of that where I do get schadenfreude when they, you know,
fail.
When things don't work out for them. Yeah. But I try not to beat myself. My therapist said a smart thing one time where he's like, look, if my best friend wins the lottery, a small percentage of me wants him to lose it all. So I think that's just kind of like baked into it. But what do you have the poison?
I don't think I think I'm free of the poison of people, but it's taken a long time. They'll just be like random people. I'll just attach myself. I'm like, what would and they're always like not as successful as me. It's weird.
Fucking but isn't that just disliking someone? I'm just like, this guy sucks. Fuck this guy.
I guess. No, there are like, I will find like my favorite comedian to hate. Like I'll just scroll through like the, you know, Laugh Factory every once in a while. I go like, oh, I hate this person. Who is this person? And then all of a sudden I see them all the time and I go, I just made this person be in my life.
That's hilarious.
Like, I just I collected them.
Or you know what happened too is this happened a lot when I was starting open mics. There'd be someone I'd be like, I fucking don't like that person. I don't like the way they do jokes. I don't like their energy. And then you get to know them and oftentimes too, like open mic, someone would suck on stage but then be lovely off of it. And then I'd get to know them and I'd be like, oh, this guy's kind of cool.
Yeah.
And I think that if I knew the people I had the poison for, I'm sure it would go away. Yeah,
and I feel like the worst thing, like if you're cool off stage and you kind of suck on stage, you can work with that and you can have quite a career. If you're good on stage and bad off stage, I think that's harder.
Oh, interesting.
Because I think so much of it is the hang. Like I have so many people that I know that are pretty good comics and stuff, but the way the vibe I get from them, like I would never take you on the road. I would never want to like hang out with you. Like I have opportunities that would help you, but you would take from my joy.
Yeah.
Right.
Because don't you get people like, I'm sure you guys, because you guys are pretty successful. You've been, I don't know, I didn't know you guys before your stuff, but I don't know. How long were you guys doing it before you started like doing the news and stuff?
4 or 5 years.
Yeah. I said, around 3 or 4. Yeah.
But that's pretty fast to get.
Yeah.
Maybe not in LA.
Yeah. Yeah, I think
he got good really fast.
Yeah. You have an inferiority complex.
You think so?
Yeah.
No, I have a huge ego.
Do you think you're better than him?
No.
I do like to pit you guys against each other.
Yeah. People try to do it. Comics always try to do this when they come
I
on.
always want you guys to feel like like when I did the Bobby show with you guys, I was like, do you guys feel like, because it is weird to be like a teen.
Yeah.
But I was like, are you like looking at each other's sets and going like, he did better than me?
Sure. I think that's always in there.
There's a healthy competitive sort of thing.
That's fun.
I think the thing though is that that's good is like aspiration wise. Like he has sort of a more director kind of aspiration. I have more actor. So I think that's good, right?
Yeah, and I think also we both love each other a lot. So
Yeah.
we're super competitive. I mean, there's days we want to like competitively like rip each other's heads
Yeah.
off, but I think there's a
But you guys like each of your wins like brings the other up too.
oh
Yeah.
100 yeah.
Yeah.
And there's deep respect for one another too.
Yeah.
I think that's the
Yeah.
biggest thing is like we really respect each other.
Yeah. Yeah.
My like you is I talk to Bonnie McFarlane like every night or every day. I like
Yeah.
love her so much. But Bonnie's like I saw her HBO special when I was first starting. Like she's like so our dynamic is she likes to direct and stuff. So we're writing a movie together that I'll star in and then she'll direct it.
Mhm.
And it's like so we're actually writing a series of movies. It's gonna be awesome. We're writing me like a western, a horror,
Oh, that's fun.
yeah, like every genre of movie.
Oh, that'd be interesting.
Yeah. Can't wait. But it's like it helps that she is like I like I stan her because I like look up to her so much too.
Mhm.
So there's no like, you know, like if we had a similar joke, which happens a lot because we talk all the time, I would never take it. It would
Yeah.
always be hers.
Yeah, I think one thing too is that we're like similar, sort of like that Orange County vibe, but also different.
Yeah.
And there's just like this inherent sort of difference in between
Yeah.
us that you know, if we were like both look the same and like we're exactly, you know, this,
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
that would make it a lot more difficult. But I think the fact that people see us as like a duo, but it's like you guys
Yeah.
just, no matter what you do, you always will have a different kind of,
Yeah.
there's just a difference
Yeah.
between the two of you that you can't really,
And it complements each other.
it
too.
complements. Yeah.
And then do your girlfriends like each other?
They haven't met
They haven't
yet
met,
because
yeah.
my relationship's relatively new, and then I
Okay.
really
Yeah.
like Chad's girlfriend a lot.
Yeah.
Though. Mhm.
She's
I just
awesome.
seen her. I seen her at the shows. Cute.
Thanks.
I get excited. My boys get girlfriends. I don't know why. I'm like, okay, go ahead.
Yeah, it's exciting. It's nice.
Well, also it's like sometimes I worry about these boys on the road. It's like it's a crazy life out there.
Right.
Yeah.
How so?
It's just like, okay, like you guys aren't the guys to me in my head. Maybe I'm wrong. Like you don't seem to be doing it to only get pussy. Like you seem to be like, I'm sure that there's been some fun times and good times, but there are people that you're like, they're just old and you're like, you're still doing this. Like they don't
Right.
grow out of it. And it's like, I'm like, they just don't seem like they're ever going to be
Yeah, well, I think a lot of comedians,
like old as fuck, still doing, and you're like, you're still like,
Chasing.
yeah,
it's just like,
yeah. I never really was that way. Like I would hook up with a lot of people, but I was never really like, even in college, like I was never really one to like chase, you know, like
Yeah.
dudes who were like, let's go shit, like talk to
go
chicks.
get 'em. Yeah.
I was never really that guy.
Were you?
I've had my phases. I mean, I was really not great with women for like the first quarter of my life. And then I think after that, I went a little, like, I just got super excited at the possibility of it. And then, but I have found that when I'm in that headspace of like, I'm just trying to hook up with girls and that's taking up a lot of my time, I don't really like
It's not like fulfilling, right?
it's fun, but it's like
There's no,
you
like,
don't
end
feel
to it.
full. Like
Yeah.
it's not. I don't think it's great for my psychology.
Yeah.
I think it douches me up pretty quick.
Well, it's just like you think about it, it's like, do you guys want to have kids and stuff?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it's like some people are just like, are you gonna like have kids or do anything or?
Yeah, I think for me too, it's like, I think part of it that was just inherent in like my drive towards like this career and stuff is like wanting to, you know, get hotter chicks and stuff.
Yeah, it does
And I
work.
think that-
Doesn't it work more than anything?
It
in the
does.
world?
Yeah, and that's
Like then, and there's no other thing. that can-
yeah. I mean,
like an athlete, I guess.
athlete,
Athletes
especially when you see
more.
them in
But
person.
Athletes more.
But athletes already have the fucking.
They're
already
all
built
the
like-
other stuff.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's like they already had it.
But they have way more swagger. When you watch athletes and actors together, you're like, oh, the athletes.
Yeah.
But I
No,
think
actors don't. I think actors have.
They're small in real life.
They're not like.
Not even
people.
physically. They're just
Yeah.
like kind of like.
They're
not even
but they
people.
are. They're like. Yeah, they're like. Tell me what to say.
yeah.
I'll
I think
give you my entire body. I won't be a person.
I think too. I was always kind of so that was like part of it, but I think I was always attracted to the idea of like having a really hot girlfriend or wife.
Yes.
And then because I just love the career
Yes.
part so much, and just like doing comedy, and
Yeah.
that's just what I love to do. So I don't even want to. I always got sort of frustrated. Like, why am I wasting my time with all
Yeah.
these dates and shit?
Musicians always have hot wives too.
Yeah.
It's good. Yeah, you want like a fucking hot, cool wife.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
That's
And now the hotties are cool too. I mean, it's everyone's. Nobody has like. I've never met like a dumb hot wife.
I think a
Right.
lot of people think like hotter people are dumber, but I think also they have a lot of experiences, and that kind of shapes them to
They
be
just get so much
more intelligent
Yeah.
in certain
Yeah,
ways.
if you guys get the when you marry like one of those people where it's like, are we allowed to talk like the different species hot people? That's really the goal.
yeah.
yeah.
Difference.
Not for me, but like you know what I mean. Like that's what I hope for my
Yeah.
You know, but I also found when I was single, it made me too competitive.
yeah.
Like I would check out like every girl, and like not like in a leering way, but I'd be like, I wonder if I could like, you know,
Yeah.
if things shook out my way, if I could
yeah.
get with her. But then I was also comparing myself to every dude.
Yeah.
And so every dude I saw, I'd be like, can that guy get laid more than me? And then I was like, this is fucking
Yeah.
exhausting. Like, it just put me in a headspace that was, I don't know, distracting, I guess.
Just like so different for girls.
Well,
On
it's
the
a-
road, I'm like, ew, like when a guy
Oh,
like,
yeah.
oh, like one of my audience members was like, oh,
Do you get frustrated that like it's not sort of
the same.
yeah.
I know I could be crushing cock if that was my thing. But
Yeah.
yeah, no, I hooked up with like one audience member
get
once
it.
because he really was just like so hot that it was like
You had to
it
do
was
it.
he was one of those people where I was like, what is
Yeah.
happening?
Get your rod
But I was like
Pegasus.
joke hitting on him on stage. I was like,
Oh, you
kidding.
were?
Oh yeah, I was joking. I was like, because he was so hot. I was just like, oh my god. And then he had his New Zealand accent. I was like, I
Oh.
was like, am I imagining him? Who is this? And then he just was hitting up the DMs. So I was like, okay.
And when after you guys had hooked up, were you like, okay, this is a one-off, or were you like, hey,
We like
maybe-
stayed like internet friends, I guess. I think that's like a girl thing too. Like,
Yeah.
I'm still
yeah.
pretty chummy with most people I've interacted with.
Well, I don't. Yeah, and that's another thing too. I think some of the
Not like actively,
no,
but
no, but I think
no
some of
bad
the comics that are like sport fucking are mean to that. You're like, just
Yeah.
be not like, just have an exchange.
Yeah.
I think that's a huge part of it.
It's like it's
It's
very
like being
easy.
rude. Like if they say
like
no and then being like, hey, you dumbass.
You stupid bitch.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Like
That-
writing it down. It was like, oh my god.
Oh yeah.
I did get frustrated with one girl. I invited her to like, I was like, hey, do you want to go to this concert? And she was like, yeah, how much are you selling the tickets for? I was like, it would be with me, dumbass.
Oh, that's so funny. Well, that's funny.
Okay. Yeah, I was like,
No, you're not like, send me nudes, you cunt. Send me your pussy, bitch. And she's like, what?
no, I didn't
She's
say,
so aggressive.
I didn't say anything like that.
But like,
Send me your pussy.
Sport fucking.
like, I want to see your pussy now. They're like, oh my God, I'm
See
in
your
class. Can I get out of class first?
I
My
can
parents
imagine
are picking
writing
me
that.
up. Hold on.
You're writing that shit.
It's like, and they're all mad. Like, you know, they're like really pissed.
You're hanging out with your family and you're just like on your phone.
Do you think people who are doing a lot of this sport fucking, do you think they're motivated just by horniness, or do you think there's like other factors in play that are making them?
It's got to be like,
It's loneliness,
it's
right?
not, yeah, because it's, you don't feel good. Like, I have only been a girl that's had like a one night stand, and I'm always like, what have I done? Like, why am I doing this?
Mhm.
I've never been like, that was incredible. What an incredible experience for my self-esteem.
Mm.
Like, where I think maybe your self-esteem can get like a hit. I mean,
No, you do. You do feel like
I've given like my week with Marilyn, you know, like you hang out with a guy for a week, you show him
The
the
movie?
life, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But,
Yeah, take them on a ride.
yeah, like, yeah, you can, because I mean, we have like such a cool life.
Yeah.
But I guess it's like to get friend zoned by a girl you're trying to hook up with would be a thing that could happen to you because we do have this like fun lifestyle. But you are kind of like if you're single and you're like inviting a girl to come to shows and stuff, she's coming with you and she doesn't want to fuck you. It's like, it's not like, hey, I don't want a friend. It's just, I'm trying to fuck, like you're taking my fuck other girls' time. Is that a problem? It's just weird. Like,
That's not a problem,
I
but
just can't think of how many times in my 20s I was like, guys were hitting on me and I was like, no, I just want to be friends. And then I like somehow convinced them to be friends with me.
Mhm.
I'm like, why would they? I look back, I go, of course. And my one friend goes, I'm done with girlfriends. I have enough girlfriends.
Mhm.
yeah,
Sorry.
our friend, I think I can just say it, Joe Marisi. Do
Yeah.
you know Joe?
Oh, I love Joe.
He had a great story about like going back to a girl's place at like 3 a.m. drunk, and she just wanted to like watch like Sports Center or something odd
Oh my
like that.
God.
And then
She was probably showing him she was a lesbian.
And then he was like, "What do you want to be, bros? I got enough bros. Like, I'm not here for more bros."
He's like, but do you have any snacks?
It's like,
He's like, if I don't leave with a bag of something, I'm gonna be so pissed.
Give me your
Watching
Nature
him
Valley
eat
bar.
is like one of the joys of my life.
He's an incredible eater.
And talk about food. Have you listened to his podcast?
Yes, I mean it's so funny. It's like if anyone told me they were gonna make that podcast, I go, "You're a fucking idiot. That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard in my life. You fucking moron." But with him, I'm like, it makes perfect sense.
Joe talking about food is the most entertaining thing I've ever listened to. They had a question on his podcast where it's like, Joe, overrated or underrated Philly cheesesteak? Oh, good question. Like the passion he has for food is it's the most. It brings me so much joy.
He would bring this popcorn from Erewhon. It was like jalapeno popcorn or something, and he'd be working a lot. And he would give me some, which I knew was a big deal for him because I was watching him like savor it.
Yeah.
I think he even brought like a chip clip bag.
Yeah.
Or like the clip with the bag.
Yeah.
And he would roll and unroll with each bite, which I think is probably like a fat kid thing.
Yeah.
You know, like he learned to like be mindful about his eating. I think it's all stemming from that because it's the passion of a fat kid. Right, because wasn't he was a fat kid? I remember the pictures.
I think he was actually a stud in high school. I think he got fat in college.
So I know he had a fat moment, and then he lost the weight and the hair, and oh my god,
looks good.
Pulled it together.
He's got a beautiful dome.
I loved his joke about how he had his last haircut.
Yeah,
which is sad. I'm like, grow it out a little so you can keep doing that. This is my last haircut.
Yeah, gals lose their hair too, right?
Yeah. Are we about to like pop into a Nutrafol ad?
Yeah, oh, dude, I used to take Nutrafol.
It's awesome. Did it help?
I don't know. My mom, I think it just made it grow faster.
Yeah.
Is that like the blue goo that you ingest?
It's just a pill. It's just like herbs.
I've been taking it. My hairdresser's like, oh my God, your hair's getting so much thicker.
Oh, is it working?
Nice.
Yeah.
Doesn't it take like 3 weeks to kick in or
6
something?
months.
6 months.
6
right.
months?
Yeah. 6
Yeah,
months.
and I dropped off.
build-up before
I was
it
taking it
starts
during the
working?
pandemic.
Well, Todd
Come
takes
on.
Hims, and
Yeah.
Todd was like, he was starting to bald, and I mean, it's like, I like seen his uncle. His uncle's like a full Asian with like a bald head. I'm like, Todd.
That's not what you're
Like, I love you. Like, we'll work through it, but it's like there's gonna be a lot of hats, and like we're gonna have to figure it out.
Yeah.
But he started taking Hims, and it just completely grew back, and he has no.
I take
Hims.
Propecia. It works great.
It's fucking Hims is Propecia, right?
I think so. I think they're both
it's fucking
finasteride.
crazy. Does it make your jizz thin?
It makes it, the viscosity's not quite
Isn't
there.
that fucking hilarious?
Interesting.
It doesn't bother me a ton.
I'm not like, you know what I need with this jizz? A little more chunk. Chunk it up.
It's funny.
I like to chew my cum. Your cum. Your cum.
Yeah. You want like Stewie cum.
Yeah, just like it comes out all slow.
You want it to be
Thick. I like it to be like a chowder.
like a bisque.
Dude, fresh chow.
Give me that chowder, baby.
But it's a funny side effect.
At Loveline, they said the most frequent question they got from guys was, how do I cum bigger loads?
Oh,
And
that's so funny.
And they would always just tell the guy to focus on something else, or like not to worry about it. But yeah, I haven't had anytime I mention that to a partner, they're like, girls don't care about that stuff.
I mean,
or
not
there's
even a
the
little
odd
bit.
girl who might care, but like,
Yeah, but you don't. I mean, enough's enough. I mean, we've all had a moment where we're like, okay, guys, I'm gonna leave if you want to just continue.
Don't girls care about healthy loads though?
You don't want it to taste weird. You don't want to be like,
Right.
have you gone to the doctor recently? Like, what's going on here?
Yeah,
I've
because you
never
can tell
tasted
by
semen.
you
I
can tell
should
by a
taste it.
load, right? That's like
It's kind of.
I think that's more of a male thing.
I might be the only person. I feel like there's almost like a numbing thing, and it's like, it tastes like you're not supposed to taste it.
Oh, I think there is something numbing about it, right? Because
Yeah.
it's supposed to like neutralize certain
maybe, yeah.
factors
I'm
inside.
always like, it feels like I'm like about to go to the dentist. I'm about to get like a root canal or something.
Yeah.
Interesting.
My girlfriend's like,
interesting
nice
20
healthy
times.
load. I'm like,
That's sweet.
thank
That's
you
like a
so
sweet
much.
compliment.
She said that?
Yeah, yeah. It means a lot.
That is a good.
I'm always get stoked. I'm like, I have a healthy load.
Nice
Yeah.
lady.
You guys both have healthy loads. I can.
Thank
feel
you.
Thank you.
I work on my load.
It.
How do you work on it?
Ice baths.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Does that help the load?
Helps fertility. Yeah.
Now, do you ice bath? How
Regularly,
often? You have one.
3
at
or
your
4
place?
times a week.
You have one at your place.
Yeah, I have a big freezer.
And do you have a sauna?
No, I want to get a sauna.
You gotta get a sauna.
I gotta get. I mean, that's the goal. Sauna, and then yeah.
I know. I used to be like, why would I ever want to buy a house or like? And I'm like, so you can put things places.
Having a backyard and a garage is life changing.
It is.
I didn't even. growing up, I took a garage for granted. Then I got one of my own. I was like, this is the most incredible thing I've ever.
Like parking in a driveway, parking on the street is like an unacceptable life.
Yeah.
You need it covered, hidden. I have the Tesla too, and my apartment complex has the chargers in each of the garages.
Oh, nice.
So I mean, it's a different life if you have a Tesla and you don't have the charger. It's not.
It's tough.
Yeah.
A lot
You're
of
flying
planning.
high with gas prices just
Oh,
rising.
I
You're
got
just
my Tesla
cruising.
came in. So I ordered my Tesla like 6 months before I got it, maybe a year. I can't remember how long.
Mm-hmm.
But it was my first sold out weekend, and then I bought like 3 pairs of Jordans and a Tesla, and like manically,
Yeah.
I was Annie Bonus Lederman is what I called myself. I was so cocky. I was like spinning. I was like walking down the street like, hey, like everybody wants to fuck me. Everybody, I have everything. I just bought so many things at once, and it's just been all uphill since. But when it got here, I started to be like, maybe I don't even want the fucking Tesla. It's taking so long. Like, does it exist? Like, did I order it? Did they lose my order? And then it came in the day before the gas prices went up.
Nice.
Oh, I was just cocky. I was spinning on the streets again.
Dude, your subconscious is on fire right now.
It's crazy. And then I realized all the things I like limit myself at. I've been doing a lot of crowd work, and I'm trying to like, I realized that I have some like, I've made some rules in my head that it's bad to just do crowd work. Like I'm being like lazy or something.
Oh, that was your limiting kind of belief?
And I'm like, why am I doing that? What if I did all my specials were just crowd work? Why would I need to do?
Yeah, it feels like that swung. I feel like when
Yeah.
I first started stand up, there was like a hierarchy to it, and material was the top, and crowd work was perceived as not as serious. But now it seems like crowd work is.
The audience has always liked crowd work. It's just been like, I just used to listen to like what comics I came up with. So it's like, why would I be listening to that?
When they came from like an older model.
It's like we were just like open micers. What the hell do we know?
Mhm.
Like Louis told one person one thing and it like trickled down to all of us or something, you know?
He put it in his show, the Godfrey episode, where Godfrey's doing crowd work and he turns to his niece and he's like, that's not as good. But then
Yeah.
the niece loves it more.
Yeah. Oh yeah, because that's the thing. It is like they want. It's like, who am I here for? The crowd or Louis? Both. Louis. Both. Louis.
He
I
writes
opened
in.
for him. I opened for him before the pandemic, and I was so nervous opening for him. And I was so insecure. And it was before I'd done all this work on myself and stuff. And I like had a good set, but I just was like tight and nervous. And afterwards, he was like giving me advice, and he was like, "I'm not gonna say the name of the comic on air, but I'll tell you who it is. Should I say it and then beep it, or should I just?"
Yeah, we can
beep
beep
it
it.
out. Yeah.
Okay. So, and I was already doing very well in my career. I was past the comedy store for like 10 years or whatever. Like, I mean, everything was good. But I just was nervous around him. And so he's sitting with me in the lobby of the hotel, and he's like, you know, he goes, "You're like very interesting." And he's like, "You're very funny." He's like, "You deserve to have more confidence on stage." He's like, "You know, once you get to the level where like female comedians are kind of like talking shit to you, he's like, you know, you'll get to the level of like," I was like, I'm so much more successful than her. Like I was like, he just had no clue like where I was in my career.
Yeah.
And she's like a nice person and everything. I'm not like talking shit, but it was like, Louis, when I get to the level of someone who's like 5 years behind me at least in comedy and success and stuff, you guys are getting quiet.
No,
we're
I'm just listening. I'm interested.
Okay, I just want to make sure you're not like, she's our sister.
No.
But I was like, Louis, and it was so like kind of like heartbreaking because I was like, oh, you didn't like see me. And he's like, you know, we'll bleep this one out too. He's like, she's like a good comic. He's like, but she'll never be as like interesting as you or anything like that. He's like, so he was giving me these like compliments, but he wasn't giving me like what I wanted. Like being compared to someone that's like way behind you in comedy is like so crazy. And he was like, you know, once you get to that part where like other comedians are talking shit and I want to be like day 2 of comedy. Like, what are you talking about? I always like once I got Montreal, they all said I fucked the booker to get in. Like I had like crazy rumors about me all the time. I was always like, what? But then, so I was like sad about that. I was like, oh, and it's really just, he probably just like groups female comedians together. Who knows why he said all that. But then the Comedy Store documentary came out and he sent me all these texts. He was like, dude, it was amazing. You're so good. Like it was everything I wanted, right?
Yeah.
He was like, your joke structure, everything, like it's so strong. He's like, you're such a good comic. And I went, all right, am I better than can you find something? He goes, 1,000,000%. I was like, thank you, bitch. I was like, it was eating me. I was like, dying.
Yeah.
It was like a fucking 7-minute set. I was like, do not judge me on that.
Yeah.
Were you competitive with other comedians when you were coming up?
It's weird. Like, no, but But I would be like, there'd be people that would like, it seemed like they got things like really easy. Like are you okay? I like how you just were cool with it. Like, maybe no one will notice.
I'm like, what up? Yeah.
That's good. That's zen.
No one knows who did that.
Yeah, it was more like, because I always did feel like I was competing with myself. I never felt like there was anyone like right there with me or anything. But there was like people, if I would see people not getting like shit talked, I'd be like, what the hell? They were like succeeding, but people were like happy for them. I was like, well, you fucking bitches were fucking all mad when I got things. Why are you so happy for this bitch, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But maybe I made that up too.
What?
Maybe people were happy for me and I made it up.
Yeah.
And also, who cares? Why do I need people to be happy for me? It's ego.
Yeah. Do you think that's just part of being at the Comedy Store and stuff? Just being surrounded by comics?
I think
all
that
the
was
time?
more like before the Comedy Store, because when I came to the Comedy Store, I got passed like right away, which never happens.
Mm-hmm.
So I like walked in, did one audition, and was passed. I never wasn't able to park in the lot or anything. I've never had like the thing everyone else has where they're like, I just want to get into the store. I didn't even know it was like, I'm so cocky about it too. But
It's
I
probably
didn't know
better
it was like a
too,
thing.
right?
What?
Yeah, that you didn't have it built up in your head as
I
like
had no
some
clue what it
impossible
was.
brass ring. You're just like, oh, I'll just do this.
I've never even tried to get into the salary. I used to live in New York. I never tried because I knew I had like too much like of it built up, and I was like, I just don't even want to deal with that. And then I like walked in and got passed at the Comedy Store because I had no clue. So I know for a fact if I had known what the Comedy Store was, I probably would have like tanked my set or something.
Right.
And when you were growing up in Philly with like a delinquents, were you were a rabble rouser too? You were a troublemaker?
Yeah, but I don't think I was as much of a troublemaker as like my friends were like really true criminals. Like my parents sent me to this school because like I was kind of not liking school. You know, I was like maybe smoking a cigarette here and there. You know, I was kind of getting bad, but then they just sent me to this like straight up like juvenile delinquent school where everyone had been kicked out of their schools and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So you were like, you liked the bad kids, but you never fully like.
I wasn't fully committed to them, but it was fun. I mean, it was like more fun. It was like adrenaline. We were like stealing cars and doing crazy things.
Yeah, especially at that age. That's like the most adult thing you can do is be
It's
bad.
Fucking awesome. Exactly. But then I realized I had no one to look up to. I was like, who do I look up to? Like mobsters? Like gang members? Like everyone's dead. Like everyone's like has a horrible life.
Yeah.
And there'd be
There was
those
no,
dudes,
like-
there'd be like 30-year-olds who are hanging out with 16-year-olds, and you're like, man, that guy's cool. But then when you
Yes.
look back on it, you're like, why was he hanging
Oh
out
my
with
God.
16-year-olds?
I had guys that, I had like 20-year-olds take me out when I was like 15 and stuff. And I wasn't like fully like, this is good. Like there was still a part of me that was like, this doesn't seem good.
There's something off.
Yeah, I wasn't like, I love him. But it was like exciting because they like could get you into bars and do, you know, get you drugs and stuff.
Yeah.
That is exciting.
But then you're like, look back, you're like, that is really crazy. On their end, I mean, that is really crazy.
Yeah, no bueno.
It's funny looking back. Oh, when I was in high school, I wanted to be a stoner so bad and just like a druggie. I thought it
Yeah.
was like the coolest thing ever. And it is hilarious looking back on the people I idolized and then the people who were like older, who were like, you know, buying us drugs and booze
Oh
and
my
stuff. And you're
God.
like, and you look back and you're like, this guy's the biggest losers of all time.
Can you imagine buying a kid cigarettes right now?
Yeah. Or even like,
That's when I knew I was an adult, when I started like siding with the like, or I was
Oh,
like,
yeah.
oh, and it wasn't that long ago. It was like probably like 31. I was like, yeah, buying kids like cigarettes is bad.
yeah.
What about kids that on like their, like it's their prom and they're like, hey, can you buy us a bottle of like Malibu rum?
It's like you want to be the cool, like you want to be the cool person, but it's like go find some other sucker.
You know, I did that when I was 25, but maybe I wouldn't do it today.
25 is so close to being.
I bought it for them. And I
You're
was like,
like-
hey, just be responsible.
You probably
Don't.
still had your fake ID. At that
I was like, don't give too much to like the wrong
Yeah.
people. Yeah.
Yeah. That's I could see doing that. I just think about liability and stuff. If you get held liable, that's what I think about.
The thing is,
with
they're
that
gonna
stuff.
get it, but it is like an ego
Yeah.
thing. You're like, I want to be the one that kind of like daddies this situation for them.
And I used to
Right.
ask adults to do it for me, and I always found someone. So I kind of wanted to
Yeah.
pay it forward.
Right.
And I never did anything too gnarly once I got the booze.
Yeah, it
Just
is.
got drunk and vomited, basically.
Yeah. No, yeah, it was. Well, my parents would have like keggers for us.
My
I had
parents were
that
those
family,
parents.
yeah.
They were
Which
the cool
was-
parents.
Yeah, but it was like it is weird when you go like that is crazy. But then I guess you don't want your kids like going out. But we would then throw keggers like disrespectfully. When they would leave, we would like do a secret one, which is so rude when they were like doing them for us anyway.
Mm-hmm.
You got to do it, though.
It felt great. My brother had a party and people, we were doing nitrogen. Like we had like tanks, like everything was like,
Oh, you had tanks of nitrogen?
yeah.
That
People were
sounds like
passing
fun.
out. Like it was a fun party. And we had like a hot tub and stuff. So it was like, cool. We had like, air hockey. We had a couple of fun party things.
It was always fun doing whippets, and then but having that one friend who does way too many whippets, and everyone's kind of look at him. You're like, "Are you okay?"
This isn't gonna work out for you.
Yeah, dude. Well, I remember we were doing in college, and we did. We would each do like 2.
Yeah.
And then this one friend, Connor, he did like 10. He like passed out, and we're like, "Oh fuck!"
There's always the person with the
dude."
head injury. You're like, oh,
Yeah,
your head's
yeah.
bleeding.
He's just like he's like, oh, and you're like, "Whoa!" Dude.
Because you can't if you do too much, you
Yeah.
are just on the ground. It's not like
Yeah.
you don't have a moment to like gather. You're on the ground.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, you're right.
They were fun though. Do you ever listen to dubstep while doing them?
That's awesome.
It's awesome.
Just
It's like your
squeaky
whole
brain.
world is like dum wow now for like
Yeah.
10 seconds.
Yeah, it was fun being a little bad kid. It was a good time.
And then did you go to college or did you just get?
I did. No, I went to college. I went to the College of Santa Fe, New Mexico, and it took me forever to get my undergrad.
Yeah, 8 years for me.
Yeah, it took me 8 years, but then my college went out of business 2 weeks later.
Really?
I got a message on Facebook from one of my art teachers that was like, "Hey, you have like 4 incompletes, and the college is going out of business in 2 weeks." I was like, "What?"
I didn't even know that was possible
Yeah,
for a college to just go.
it went out of business. Then it came back as another college, and then that went out of business, and then the like barracks burned down. It was like, okay.
So what got you into comedy?
My dad was funny. I don't know. I was like always in trouble. I was always like kind of able to I was like always like wild and getting attention and getting people to laugh.
Was it weird for you when you started stand up to have like a big personality and then try to translate that to stage?
I honestly always knew I was going to be good at it.
Nice.
I always knew. I was like scared. I was like, it felt like so embarrassing to say I wanted to do it. Like I just had to admit I wanted to do it because it felt cocky or something. It just felt too like, it felt arrogant to be like, I'll be able to be funny on stage and make everyone laugh and all that stuff. So then when I started and I wasn't good, I was like, I was like, what the fuck? So I had this like weird, like where I was like, I would wake up in the morning, like, I gotta be funny. Or like, I only thought about being funny and I never was like really thinking about getting things. And I think that's why I got so many things. Like I always got like Montreal and all those things. Cause I just wasn't even like, I just want to be funny.
Mm-hmm.
And now I'm funny and I want everything.
What do you like to do the most, kind of stand up?
Mm-hmm.
What's your kind of goals for your career?
My
would you say?
goals? I just want to be selling out fucking huge venues.
Mhm.
I just want to be able to perform to the most people I can for the most amount of time.
Yeah.
Like 3-hour sets.
No. I did do over an hour a couple times this weekend in Houston. It's rude.
Right. You start
They're
wasting
tired.
their time.
I'm like, I'm sorry, guys. Like they're laughing, but it's like they've given you everything they've got.
they want to go home.
And then you got to end the set by being like, we went a little over. Okay. Just imagine this was 10 minutes before, how excited you were. Let's end on that note. Like, oh.
Do you like doing the road more than LA?
I like doing all of it. I don't know. I just like people are always like, where's your favorite place to perform? I'm like, here? I don't know. It's fun every time. I have no complaints. It's the best. It's like, I was realizing because I only sell out some venues and then some I don't. And I'm like, I'll get like a little bit like, fuck, I really want to. And I'm like, no, it's always fun. There's no matter who's in the audience. It's always fun. So I just want to sell out. It's like, I'm going to sell it out. I have 4 days. I just have flappers. It's like, you don't want to not sell out flappers. I sold out the first show. Yeah.
The main room or
I just want to sell
Yoo-hoo?
out both shows. If you don't sell out the Yoo-hoo room, it's time to say goodbye. It's time to say yoo-hoo to a new job. It's time to buy yourself a Yoo-hoo. I do like that little Yoo-hoo room though.
Yeah. It's fun.
I remember bringing, like, at the early days, bringing friends to, like, bringer shows there. Mm-hmm. Do you do bringers?
I skipped bringers. I was able to, my set, because I was getting up so much in New York, my set got pretty good pretty fast. So, like, I had, like, a good 10 minutes. Mm-hmm. And I actually remember I went back, because I thought I had more time. And then I went back to Philly and I did the Helium open mic. And the guy let me on. Like, I really have had a blessed, like, I have been very fortunate. People always kind of just like let me go up and stuff. So I didn't have to fight as much, even though I thought I had the perception that I was fighting. But So the guy that was running it, the manager at the time, I guess he had seen me in New York or someone wrecked me or something. So he just let me go up. But someone came up to me before. It was a 2-minute mic, and all the mics in New York had been 5 minutes. And he goes, just heads up, like, do your best. This is like a good mic, like, do your best. So I trimmed the fat of all my jokes. And that was like a very important lesson because I think I'd been more rambling. I could probably do that now. I could probably go through my set and go, okay, you're saying like 100 extra words each joke.
Did you do late night?
On TV?
Mm-hmm.
I did Carson Daly like 2 times, I think.
Whoa. What's Carson like?
He's never there.
Well, they pre-record him at like the Ice House or something, right?
They have him they have someone interviewing you. And then I guess then they have him come in and pretend he's talking to you. So tell me more about that. Like he just wasn't there.
Is he your favorite VJ?
Jesse. Remember Jesse?
Wild man.
Yeah, Jesse was cool.
He was problematic, right? Didn't they cut him?
He was like... Yeah, I'm sure he like molested a kid or something. Allegedly. I just made that up. Who was my favorite VJ? I liked them all. I was really into them all. But
I could see you being a VJ.
oh yeah, I have VJ energy. I think I like say curse words too much. I get in trouble.
You wouldn't want to be a VJ? I just like saying VJ for some reason.
VJ. Sounds like
I'd love to be a VJ at spring break.
you would be a great VJ. Actually, I feel like you guys are giving me the compliment that you are supposed to have.
That's what we wanted
that's
you to
what I'm
say
fishing
back.
for.
Yeah, I know. You guys would be like excellent VJs. In fact,
you.
What up? I'm JT. We're in Cancun today, and who's ready for the sloppy burrito makeout set?
you already have it in your mouth.
Do you remember when they did that?
Oh my God.
It was a girl's fantasy to be in a burrito with a guy. And
And they would just make stuff up. They would just
there's no way that was her
Yeah.
fantasy, and they covered her in like sour cream and salsa, and then
people
they
are
did a
just like
close up,
squirting
and they were
fucking
making
mustard
out in
on it.
there.
Like, there you go, bitch.
I guess that was all made up, huh? All that hijinks.
Also, how drunk can you get? Like, they can't let you get too drunk.
I don't know.
Turn
What the
into Girls
playbook
Gone
was
Wild.
back then. Right, dude. I thought I saw a high school teacher in Girls Gone Wild.
Oh my God, did you come everywhere?
Yeah, like 5 of my boys were over, so definitely. But then,
who's the cookie? Someone get in the middle.
do people do the Limp Bizkit thing?
That's
what Limp Bizkit is, right? It's when you jack off in a room.
yeah. A soggy skin we're doing.
The elephant walk. Did you
What
ever
is
hear
the
about
elephant walk?
Elephant walks where you all get on all fours and you make like a conga line basically, but you're holding each other's dicks.
Did you do that?
No, they always talk about that though. They're like every frat is like, bro, Sig Pi. They do the elephant walk, and so every frat would talk about each other frat. having
Well,
to
it's
do
just,
that.
I mean, I guess the insecurity would be like, how hard do you get while someone's grabbing your dick?
Right.
That's your
hard.
boy.
That
would be the thing. The boner would be the problem, right?
And I'm
Yeah.
cool with doing that. I just want it to be a volunteer army. I
Right.
don't think I should be conscripted into it out of some sort of, misguided fealty. Jake, you had a question
There were
about
a lot of words in there.
Thank you.
That was
Yeah,
cute.
so
That was like a
actually-
poem.
Oh, appreciate that. Thank you.
So the original question I had, we kind of talked about, but I got a question for you. You were a voice actor in GTA.
Yeah.
How did that come about, and like, what did you do?
I did Opie and Anthony. I was on Opie and Anthony on the radio, and Laszlo listened to it. Laszlo at Rockstar, and then he just like hit me up and he was like, "I need you to be like, it just has to be your voice. I want you to be on this radio program with JB Smoove." So he flew me out. I was living in LA at the time. He flew me back out to New York, and I recorded with JB Smoove for like, it was scripted, and then we just did like improv, and it was probably like an hour, and then it's like the coolest credit I've ever had.
What do you say? Are you on the radio?
It's me and JB Smoove. It's a radio station called Chakra Attack, and I play Cheryl, his like sidekick.
Which she's a prostitute, is that right or no?
Yeah, I might have been. I actually haven't listened to it since I did it.
Oh, okay.
Is that crazy?
That's what
That
it
you don't
says.
play Grand Theft Auto?
And listen to myself.
Is it Grand Theft Auto 5?
It's Grand Theft Auto 5, yeah.
Cool.
I know. I'm like 6 is coming out, right? Isn't it supposed to be coming out? It's gonna fucking
Yeah, is this supposed to...
dethrone me as the fucking coolest person in the
You
world.
got to get back on there. But I heard it's in Colombia. Is that a thing?
I don't know.
I'm not sure. I'll look into it.
The new
I
one's
don't
in
know.
Colombia?
I don't think
That's what I
Laszlo.
hear.
I don't even think Laszlo works on that anymore. We were supposed to make a cartoon together, and I blew it like I do.
You had
There's
one
so
more
many
cue?
like opportunities I'm supposed to do stuff, and I'm just like, I just don't call back. I'm like, eh. You know what I mean? It's like good stuff.
Yeah.
I can't tell you how many things. I'm trying to think of like really fucking things that I've just. I had like Fox had me doing this like short com thing. It was like 15-minute sitcoms, and I like just couldn't get along with the writers and stuff. I got my period on this girl's couch accidentally, and it was like over. Like I stood up and there was just like it was just a blood stain on her couch, and it was like, I guess I'm not getting I guess I'm not going to be on Fox. Like it was like so bad.
She wasn't like more understanding because she goes through it as well.
She was
Pissed.
it was like it was just such an unfortunate moment. And we already kind of didn't get along. Like there was a weird vibe. I don't know if she like, maybe she was jealous because I was kind of like, just kind of happened into this thing doing stand up and stuff. And she was a writer and probably was like, I would like to have my own opportunity with Fox or whatever. Or maybe I just was like late to stuff. I don't know. Who knows? I don't think I think as much as I thought I was easy to work with, I probably was not easy to work with.
When me and Chad first started writing together, he accidentally jizzed on my couch, but we breezed past it.
It was a healthy load.
It was a red couch and you got white jizz on it.
But it was a healthy load.
That's
so.
good.
That's what I noticed right away. As a
You're like, oh, you are not on Propecia. This
man
is
who's
healthy as
invested in those
shit.
sort of things.
Wow, that caking is top tier.
Oh, I like how it almost crumbles. It's amazing.
Oh, mine doesn't crumble.
Ew.
No, if I get it on like a couch or something, it's like you can pick it up whole.
It doesn't jingle, it folds.
Yeah, it doesn't break. You just pick it up. You're like, this is a load. You know, it just freezes.
I like to make sure that my boyfriend puts his load between like two pieces of glass so we can check it out.
Do that smash effect.
Well, we do. We look at it under the. I want to see them squirm.
Under the
Squirm.
microscope. Oh, did they keep moving for a while?
Yeah, I have no clue.
Yeah,
No clue.
I think you're right, dude.
I've never seen sperm. It's always been immediately swallowed. Sorry, I'm just kidding.
You and your boyfriend, like the Jolie Curie, just doing cool shit.
Yeah, but we actually do. This is what we're known for. Is I have a hospital bed, and I scooch to the edge of the hospital bed, and then he like brings me up to his penis level.
Can we have a break for a few minutes and then we'll answer
Go
some
take
cues?
a fucking piss, dude.
Yeah.
What's up, dudes? I'm interrupting this podcast to let you know once again that we got a new Patreon out. Bonus episodes each week. Classic Chad and JT. We are getting down and dirty the way we did in episodes 1 through friggin' 50. It's classic. You're going to love it. Bonus content each week. Patreon.com/Chad Goes Deep. You will not regret it. We also have tour dates coming up this fall. We are going to be in Nashville, Chicago, North Carolina, South Carolina, New York, and more dates coming soon. Come check us out. Not Patreon, just chadandjt.com. Yes, sir. We're also brought to you by the legends at Helix Sleep. Guys, you want the best mattress in the world? You want one that's going to be matched perfectly to your body so that you have the best sleep possible? Well, Helix has just a 2-minute quiz that'll match you to your perfect mattress, and I'm talking firm, cooling, firm and cooling, soft, medium. Mattresses great for spinal alignment. Whatever mattress you need, Helix has it, and I promise you guys, I sleep on a Helix mattress, and they gave me the perfect mattress. And I know if you choose Helix, you will not be disappointed. I even recommended Helix for my niece. That's how passionate I am about these people, and you can call my sister-in-law and she'll vet that for you. That's what's up. Take the quiz, order the mattress you're matched to, and the mattress comes right to your door, shipped for free. It was awarded the #1 best overall mattress pick of 2020 by GQ and Wired magazine. Just go to helixsleep.com/go-deep, okay? And they have a 10-year warranty, and you get to try it out for 100 nights risk-free. They'll even pick it up for you if you don't love it. So Helix is offering up to $200 off all mattress orders and 2 free pillows for our listeners at helixsleep.com/go-deep. That's up to $200 off all mattress orders and 2 free pillows at helixsleep.com/go-deep. We're also brought to you by the legends, of course, at Manscaped. Manscaped, thank you so much for keeping our trims pew, for looking after our hogs, for making sure their dinks are looking fresh and clean, because no one likes a messy dink. You know, when you de-pants yourself in front of the mirror, you want to look down. You don't want your eyes looking at your face. You want them looking at your dink and just being like, whoa, dude, did I just put some hair tonic on this? Sorry, I didn't mean to curse him in the ad. But I think Manscaped, you should be okay with that because it was epic. But you know that look when you come back from the barber and you just look like Leave It to Beaver and everyone's like, wow, dude, you are dapper as hell. Well, you can do that for your freaking cock. If you get the Performance Package 4.0, You can have a Leave It to Beaver fucking dink, dude. 50s style, baby. Like you put Barbasol over that thing, and everyone's like, dude, why is your dink so shiny? It's like, because I have ball deodorant on it. I have ball toner. I use the Performance Package 4.0. I use Manscaped's body wash. I use the freaking Lawnmower 4.0. I use the Weed Whacker ear and nose hair trimmer, so my nose and ear hair is not popping out like I'm friggin', who's a hairy dude? Hagrid from, dude, thank you. Lawnmower 4.0 right here. If you're visually watching, this is a visual look at the Lawnmower 4.0. Look how sleek that is. This is what your dick can look like. Get 20% off plus free shipping with the code GODEEP at manscaped.com. That's 20% off plus free shipping with the code GODEEP at manscaped.com. This is a summary to turn your package into the full package with Manscaped. Don't miss out. Let's get back to the show.
Wait, did I tell you that I met Chad Kroger's brother?
Oh, you did?
Yeah,
Oh,
Mike
cool.
Kroger. He's
Cool. I heard they're cool dudes.
yes, everyone's cool.
Yeah.
Everyone I've ever met is cool. He's cool. Obviously, I love Papa Roach. That's nothing new there.
I love Papa Roach.
But I've been starting to go on stage. I go on stage to like Last Resort sometimes, and I go on stage to I've been going Nickelback Rockstar, and it's fucking epic.
Dude, going out to Last Resort is a good call.
It's the best. And I chug like Red Bull. I like throw like shit into it. It's
I love
crazy.
that. That's awesome.
Yeah, I have a lot of fun.
Yeah, I want to go out to like Linkin Park or some shit.
Mm-hmm.
Slipknot. If I go
I
out
realize
to
I gotta switch up-
Duality by Slipknot.
You know what I want to go out to?
Yeah.
And it's a risk because the energy's not correct, but the joke is good.
Mm-hmm.
I want to go out to like Melissa Etheridge, Come to My Window.
Great song.
I also so help me with this. And maybe we have to edit out part of this, just depending. But they want me to do goddamn Comedy Jam when I'm in Cancun.
Mm-hmm.
Now, my nightmare on this earth is singing in front of people. It's like immediate like fight or flight. I am panicking. I'm filled with like it's like blood is boiling inside me. It's my hell. Josh Potter pitched this to me. He goes, "What if you did Come to My Window? Like something that's like your voice." But here's the thing: I'm not going to commit. It's my hell. It's my hell.
I think you have to commit.
But how am I going to commit?
I think
So it's my hell.
I think this nervousness you have for it is going to contribute to the performance. I think you just have to channel it.
I mean, I believe in conquering my fears. I love it. I love like any sort of fucked up thing that I'm scared of. I love and like addicted to the feeling of conquering
Right.
my fears. However, I just also think how gangster it is to be like, no, I'm not doing your fucking karaoke show. Actually, no.
I think it's more gangster to do it.
Have you seen the clips of it?
People are good.
And people aren't good. Have you seen the bad ones? Because I can show you a few.
I don't think
Here's
I
the
remember
only
them.
way I'm going to do it. Okay, and this has to be edited out because it'll kill the surprise. I'm
Yeah, we'll
wasting
take
my
it.
time.
We'll take it out.
What do you think if I came out to Duality by Slipknot?
I think that's good.
It's
I think
like push. No, go ahead.
no, but and how are you going to come out? Because if you come out not like, because I come out like, which is funny, but I think also if you just come out and like just like adjust.
Well, if I came
the-
out, I was like, "What's up, dudes?"
Yes,
Just playing in the
yes.
back. It's like I push my fingers into my eyes. I'm just like, "Hey, what's up, guys?"
I think that it's that what we do is so fun, and there's like so many opportunities to do
Yeah.
stupid.
Can you sing a little bit of "Come to My Window"? We can help you.
No,
Yeah. Not like that's good. Don't sing.
no. It's like Jeremiah got me to sing on his podcast for a little. It's my hell. It's literally my hell.
Come to my window.
You think you're gonna get me in? This is.
Yeah. Come by, see my
I'm not consenting to this.
Sorry.
They put me on my bad side. They made me ugly. See, here's the thing. They put me on my bad side. They got me down. Okay. He was already asking me about Cancun. I thought I brought that topic up. This was a plant. Okay. They planned this. You're raping me.
Oh my god.
Let's start with the cues.
I respect
let's
your
cut that out.
yeah.
Don't cut that out.
Respect your point of view.
Leave it in.
Annie, what are you doing? What are you trying
I'm
to
getting
get
you
us?
guys canceled. I'm
Don't
getting you
cancel
musically
us.
canceled. Have you guys done goddamn Comedy Jam?
No, and I would be really nervous if they asked. But I think I would try and do it.
It is not my thing. Like karaoke is my fucking Vietnam. It's not for me. I also don't like going to it. I don't like seeing it. It's like I like to talk. So if I'm not able to talk, I'm, kill me.
Yeah, maybe you can do like a spoken word song, like Popular by Not a Surf.
No.
Yeah, you don't have to.
Oh my God, you know what I should do? I should do the sunscreen song.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
Baz
yeah.
Luhrmann.
Yeah.
From
I think
Romeo
about
and
it every day,
Juliet.
by the way.
It's one of the best songs
It's
of all
the
time.
number one thing that's ever
It
been written.
inspires the shit out of me.
I every day. There was a kid that came to my shows in St. Louis and he's like, I just graduated from high school. He was like an 18-year-old. And I wrote on his shirt that he bought, like, I was like, you have to go look up Baz Luhrmann. Like, I wrote the whole thing. Like, his entire shirt's ruined.
It's
Directions.
Oh, I was driving out to Coachella one year. It was me and the boys in the car. I said, put this song on afterwards. It was dead silence. You're nervous. You don't know how they're going to respond afterwards. The guys were like, that was meaningful. And I was like, dude, this is my crew.
And then you got to try to not be like, this is the part. Okay, guys, this is the part.
Yeah,
This part's so good. The gas prices.
And you too will remember a time when things were simple and cheap and everybody
Yeah.
had respect or something like
Yeah,
that.
when gas prices were low and politicians were
Honest.
yeah.
It's a great line.
Oh, I got chills just saying it.
It's so good.
And the line where they're like, about not worrying because
It's just as effective as like
chewing bubble gum or whatever. And it's like, because the things that are gonna, I don't know the exact
like
words.
sideswipe your things
Sideswipe you.
2:00 in the morning on a random Idle Wednesday.
And you're like, you know what they're talking about.
yeah, it becomes more and more true.
It's so crazy.
It
It's
is
so
amazing.
good. It's so good. It actually makes me put on sunblock too sometimes. I'm like, I gotta do this for Boz.
We just don't wear sunscreen.
Oh, that's cool.
I am lately because I got
A girlfriend.
sun allergy.
You got a sun allergy?
No, I was in Hawaii bronzing so much that I got too much sun.
Would you ever like for the bit like get like a thong tan line?
Oh yeah,
Yeah. Would
I
you
would
get
do that just cause.
Speedo?
Oh yeah.
I'll do anything for the bit.
I know. Except sing. Honestly, except sing for me.
I think it's good you have your boundaries.
I do think it's cool to not do it, but I could do something. I would have to. The thing is, like, what if I then practice a bunch and then it's just in the moment I don't know how panicked I'm going to be.
You're a pro. You'll settle into it and just turn
I'm not a
into-
pro at singing.
You'll be Lady Gaga in A Star Is Born.
I'm a pro. Oh my God, how funny is that? Actually, that'd be a funny one to sing because I'm a bad singer. I think people think I would be a good singer too.
You have that energy, yeah.
So that's the old Newport voice, the Newport's voice. Any more questions for me?
We got some questions from our listeners, so
Okay.
we're going to give them some advice. What's good, Stoke Nation? Coming at you from down under. Around a month ago, I matched with a girl from Hinge who pretty much immediately invited me over to her place. When I got there, I realized I'd been had, bamboozled, tricked, and outright misled. While she wasn't bad, she also wasn't bad. She didn't look exactly like her pics. Not terrible, but not the same. Either way, I figured I was there, so fuck it. Turns out this chick is a bona fide freak. She'll just send me completely unsolicited nudes, tight, and is into some pretty kinky stuff that really rose my engine. But she's way more into me than I am into her, and she said some shit that definitely would keep me from entering any kind of relationship with her. Should I keep on playing hide the sausage with her, or just cut things off? She said she's not looking for anything too serious, but I'm not so sure.
She's lying.
But I'm definitely not. Thanks for the advice. Fuck Puzio. What do you think?
Cut it. Just cut it. Go find someone else. But is he not looking for a girlfriend anyway? He just doesn't want to deal with the clinginess. And she's already sending him all the pictures.
Yeah, I think he feels like she's getting more and more invested every time they do.
She's invested. I mean, she's not going to stop. It's like the more he like, if he just starts like, I'll only see her once every 2 weeks, she's going to fucking slip on her own pussy juice. She's going to go crazy. She's going to like him more. Like if you either have to cut her off or date her. Like you can't like, if you slowly cut off, she's going to get obsessed with him. She's going to start driving by his house and shit. Do you not agree with this?
No, I do.
Because
think so.
if you try to just put space, she's going to be like, he's the mind games.
Right. She's already invested. So anything he does at this
Listen.
point that
If you think
is
she's
still
more
in her
into you, then
proximity.
she's more into you.
Trust your gut, bro.
Trust your gut. Go get another girl to tickle your taint.
Yeah, that's what I thought it was too, right? It's pretty clear
Yeah.
she licked his butt.
She looked at your butt. Girls are into it now. But she probably is like, oh, he let me lick his butt. He must love me. But girls will like, I mean, it's like you will like make up like I've had guys that weren't into like they're giving me all the signs aren't into me, but then they still come over and they're like, well they must like, and it's like they don't.
People trust action more than words. You can tell someone I'm not serious, but then if you hang out
Yeah.
with them all the time, that's the part.
And you can trust her action if she's sending you just like a fucking 4 p.m. That's what blindsides him on a 4 p.m.
Mm-hmm.
on
That's
an
what Boz
idle
was talking
Tuesday.
about.
His nudes from a girl you're not into.
He's like, throw away your old bank statements. Keep those pussy pics.
Keep all those pussy pics. I know. Do not keep your love letters too. Ew. That was one of his lines. I don't like that.
You don't think so?
No way. Bye. No remnants of anyone. Every boyfriend I've lived with, I just moved back to like New York or LA when we break up. And I just leave my stuff.
I have family members who do the same thing. Anytime there's a breakup, they just leave town.
Yeah, I'm gone. You can have the things. Do you want them? Have it.
Wash your hands of it.
Goodbye. Well, because I usually it's usually like a situation I don't realize is bad until like the moment I realize it's bad, and I'm like, I'm out. Like,
isn't that crazy with relationships? Like you can be in a horrible relationship, but you're so like committed to making it work that the moment you get out of it, you're like, holy shit, I was just insane there for 6 months.
Oh, crazy. And like, and you can just see in retrospect how much the person was like telling you exactly.
The whole time they're telling you who they are.
Exactly who they are. Well, I always looked at it like I had like a snake, obsession snake, and the obsession snake would like shoot into the mouth of someone, and then they're just blowing the obsession snake. No, but so then I would be like obsessed with that person with the snake in them, and then like I would just get it that they're bad for me. Like I would just wake up in the middle of the night and be like, and the snake would like shoot out of them, but it would just shoot into someone else, and then I would be like obsessed with someone else, and then I got over that, and then now I love my boyfriend. Finally have a good boyfriend. But I was like anxiously attached from, I think probably because I was in an incubator when I was little, like some stupid like weird shit from like before I can remember.
Isn't that crazy? Like when you do therapy and they're like, this is where your anxious attachment started. They're like, you were 7 and like this person ditched you at recess. I'm like, I'm a 34-year-old man. It wasn't that. They're
I know,
like,
but it's like, no, it is. And they're like, oh my God, it is. But it's like so little. It's like such a young thing. And then I would attract like guys that were like coddled by their moms. So then they were like, didn't want girls that were too much, but for some reason they were into, I don't know why. And then we would just be in this thing of like just the complete wrong things for each other. But whatever.
I'm right there with you.
And now Todd's just cool. I just have like a cool boyfriend. It's just the best.
It sounds great. Has he been on the pod?
He like has called in and stuff, but we want to have one where our boyfriends are on.
That'd be fun.
Yeah. See our dudes. Every time he calls in though, we put Bobby's picture up.
Sup, legends. I could use your advice with a tough sitch. I recently rekindled things with my ex-girlfriend. We dated in high school and had a great thing going until she cheated on me at a party. She claims that she was really drunk and that she wasn't being careful enough, but also that the dude took advantage of her intoxication. Regardless of what really happened, I respect that she had the balls to admit it on her own and gave me the space I needed at the time. She truly is a dang chick who really cares about me, and I'm willing to give her a second chance. I now go to college in the Midwest, and since then we've boned on occasion when I've been home for break, and even tried to do a long distance for a little. I had determined that long dist was too harsh for my dome, and if we were going to make it work, we would have to be living in the same place again. The other day, we spontaneously boned after not having seen each other for almost a year. This brought back a lot of feelings, attachment, and anxiety for me. Since we still have a full summer ahead of us, I've contemplated whether I want to hang out with her more and enhance the attachment before I go back to school in the fall, or if I should make the tough decision and tell her that I need some space and that we shouldn't try and rekindle things again until after college. I love you guys in the pod, and I count on you for the best advice. Thank you, and stoke on. Did you follow that?
Banging exes is just always like so weird. Remember when I was this person? How many years of college is he in now? Did he say?
Sounds like he's probably like a sophomore or junior.
I mean, live in the moment, dude. You gotta find a chicken at school. He's in college. He's gonna ruin college. He said he won't do a long distance with her though?
No. And he's worried if they spend the summer canoodling that when she goes away, he'll be a wreck.
All right. Well, you got to just follow. If you want to just hook up with her over the summer, you got to hook up with her over the summer, right? What are you going to not hook up with someone you want to hook up with?
That's what I'm kind of thinking. I'm like,
no, and you know it's going to hurt.
Like, just take the hit.
Yeah.
What about is he just going to get too attached? I don't really like the situation of like she cheated on him and then he's like
Yeah.
trying to keep space, but he's also attached, and he's gonna get more attached over the summer, and then like be heartbroken at the end of the summer.
Yeah.
I feel like he should look for someone else.
I think that's the smarter advice for sure. Like, I mean, long term, he's probably not going to end up being with this person, but there's just something about him, like, being like, I know I'm going to get hurt, so I won't do this. I'm like,
Yeah, it's like, but you should just do it, right? And also, like, okay, so they're both going to be together over the summer. He likes boning her. They like each other. She cheated on him, but she was like wasted. I mean,
and she was in high school.
I also do feel like being wasted is a good excuse.
Mm-hmm.
I really do. Unless you do it all the time, then it's like, all right, you have to stop drinking.
Right.
And if she's like, I mean, I just don't know if I've ever met a girl in high school that cheated on her boyfriend drunk at a party and didn't claim to have been taken advantage of, but maybe she was, who knows? And she admitted it to him, so that's cool.
Yeah, I think
Just you want to have fun, right? What are you going to resist having fun?
I would just take the hit. But I get it. It's going to be painful.
I've had boyfriends where like, I guess I've had boyfriends where I knew they were moving. So it's like I knew we were only going to be like together for like 2 months. Like there's an expiration date to it. You can have some fun in those. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
But then it always ends up being like they move and we try to do long distance for like.
That's the thing. If he's aware of what's coming, he knows what's coming, then go for it. But I think he's trying to be detached, but he's not.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if you can do it, but I'm curious to find out.
Can't
And
wait
look,
to hear it.
when you love someone, you give them permission to fuck you up.
Yeah.
Love is a contact sport, so just strap your helmet on.
Yeah, if you're worried about getting hurt.
Figuratively and literally get in there.
Yeah, you can't worry about getting hurt. You're gonna get hurt, of course you are.
It's tough.
That's why it's cool.
Do you feel vulnerable in your relation?
Yeah,
Nice.
I do. Yeah, no, I'm like totally in love. I just have never had a relationship like this. I never like wanted. I guess like I had one boyfriend where I thought we would get married, but it was like really toxic. Like, we were not like we got like notes from the neighbors like they were gonna call the cops on us. When you get like the third one of those, you're like, ooh. Are we gonna die?
Yeah, I had a girlfriend.
Are we gonna kill it? Like, are we gonna be dead? 2 dead bodies at some point?
You know when you're like fighting all the time with your partner, and then you have to like walk through their apartment building, and you know everyone's just looking at you like there's the psychopath, and you just have to like, you kind of have to hold your head up like I don't care if you think I'm a psychopath.
Yeah.
But there is a party that also is like I'd like to get small right now.
Yeah, like
And-
this is not good. You go to like you're in a fight, and then like your smoothie gets there. You're like, oh, you gotta go pick it up from Postmates.
Yeah. Last one. Subsultans of Stoke. I work super hard to reach internal Stoke, and it's been sick for daily life. But I'm also a hockey bro and play on my school's team. I haven't played much recently, but I always played my best when I was angry and chirping other players to piss them off. Being stoked has seriously lessened my shit talking and anger levels while I play, and I wonder if the Stoke has taken away some of my edge. I still play well and care, but I wonder if I lost a step psychologically from not playing with a huge chip on my shoulder. What should I do about this conundrum?
Oh my god, you're ruining this guy's career.
Yeah, but let's fix it. Let's save it right now and get him in the NHL.
If you have teeth by the next episode, these guys fucked your life up. Okay. Okay. Just be competitive with yourself. Fight yourself, right?
I think so. I think there's a way to talk shit as a happy person too that will
Yeah.
upset the opposition and get you fired up.
It's fun.
Like, dude, I should be worried and aggressive towards you, but I'm just not threatened by you at all because I'm just having such a nice day.
Ooh.
I just wish you could have a day like mine, and then you skate by. That's a lot to unpack.
The happy
while you're
day
skating.
approach. Yeah. I just don't care.
Yeah, just being
enough.
blissfully above the people you're playing against. Or I don't know, maybe just fake it until you make it. Just go up to the guy and be like, fuck you, you're a bitch. I fucking hate you. You suck. And then
Afterwards, you're like, what's up, dude? That was so fun.
yeah, just tap into it for the game. I feel like a lot of professional athletes do that. By and large, a lot of them seem happy, but they're able to tap into some kind of aggression.
Yeah,
like
I
Steph
do
Curry
like
or
the
something,
anger.
or
I
Klay
like
Thompson. Yeah,
Like the anger. I do like the anger of an athlete.
yeah, you gotta have that.
You gotta take the shoulder pads off, you know?
Yeah, compartmentalize.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. I like being competitive with yourself too.
Yeah.
But in hockey, you got to fuck some people
Yeah,
up.
you do. You gotta check him.
Yeah, you gotta hurt.
But what if he
people.
was like cute about it? He was like, sorry. Like if he was like, I don't want to do this. As he's going in.
Yeah.
That would throw them off.
For
Yeah.
sure.
I
Well, he
hate
could-
hurting you. As he's like slamming him.
He's got to play a character.
Yeah.
He's got to embrace that side of himself, that aggressive side, and then just be stoked for the rest of the time. He's getting that out. He's playing that character. of just fucking dudes up, and then he's happy the rest of the time.
I don't know if this is narcissistic, but it keeps sounding like we're talking about me doing goddamn Comedy Jam.
Yeah, enter your character.
That's what I was thinking
I have
about
to
the
do a
entire
character.
time. Yeah.
That's so crazy. You guys have been thinking about me this whole time.
You know, it could be the most freeing thing you've ever done.
It could be. I should look at it like that as an opportunity.
What would
Yeah.
Jim say?
He would say like, yeah, what would Jim say? He would say the only way to get through your fears is to go through them. And also fear is like leaking your personal power. It's giving away your ability to manifest and have all the things you want. I should do it.
Jim just nailed it.
Yeah.
Also,
You should
to
do
the,
Last Resort.
I could do Last Resort.
this is my last resort.
But there's almost like, I think I got to do something that really lends to my
You
voice.
should do like good Char.
I think like good lesbian rock is really where I got to go.
Oh, you should do Bitch. That one song. Is it called
I'm
Bitch?
a bitch.
Yeah.
Meredith
I've been thinking about
Brooks.
coming up on
Ironic.
stage to that too.
You should do Ironic by Alanis Morissette.
These
Yeah,
are all
Alanis
songs I
Morissette.
want to come up to on my tour.
I've been
Yeah.
listening to Head Over Heels a lot by Alanis lately.
I got to say, and even though she's not a lesbian, it does kind of fit the Lilith Fair vibe. Like 90s lesbian rock is like the most passionate music you've ever heard in your life.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's beautiful.
It's
Oh.
number one.
I'd put on eyeliner and do like AFI or something.
Yeah. Those guys bring it.
I would love to do good Char. No, My Chemical Romance. I would do My Chemical Romance.
You guys got to get on the show. You're excited about it. Now, would you
I
be
don't-
the director?
I don't know what we do.
I think
I'm down
you
for
like to
whatever.
sing. Yeah.
I'm down.
You
to-
do like to sing?
I do.
You like karaoke?
I do.
What's your song?
Used to be Genuine Pony, but then like
It became so
Magic Mike and like it just became too ubiquitous. So I was doing this Billy Ocean song, Love Really Hurts Without You, but I don't really have like the vocals for it. So I'm still kind of looking for it. Ray Charles, you don't know me.
If we did it together, I think we should get Strider and Joe and do NSYNC.
I think if we did a boy band.
Oh, that would
yeah,
be so good.
Yeah.
we
No
could do
strings?
It's tearing up.
Best
my
album of
town.
all time, 2.2 million records in its first week. Crazy.
Maybe
Wow.
bye.
Might have been 2.4.
Wait, did you see
Go check that.
when Justin Timberlake sold his music for only $100 million?
Yeah, what was that?
It can't be right. It makes me sick.
It made me think he was like in trouble money wise.
It made me disgust. I'm
He sold
horrified.
his what?
His entire catalog for
What does
$100
that
million.
mean when you sell your catalog?
Like if
Like-
someone wants to give it to a commercial, he's not in charge of that anymore.
Right.
It's crazy.
Interesting.
Have some confidence.
It's it should be. He should have gotten so much more money.
$1 billion for Future Sex Love Sounds.
It was just so. Remember how amazing it was when
It was
he brought
game
sexy back.
changer. He did.
Right.
It was insane, that fucking album.
Do you think he's that hot of a dude?
No.
Right.
Makes it even better.
Yeah.
Makes him better. Makes him cooler.
We were watching the Grammys with my family, and he was doing like a GoPro angle, and my mom was watching, and she's like, "He's not that handsome," and it was like, it was crazy to me. I was like, "It's Justin Timberlake, mom."
Well, he was so cute in the NSYNC days
Yeah.
with like the frosted tips, and
Yeah.
he'd like give like a wink or whatever.
Yeah.
But I don't think he didn't grow into himself well.
Kind of no guys are hot though. Like even like
That's so
Ryan
true.
Gosling's kind of ugly. If you pick apart
Right,
his face,
right.
he's kind of like a monster.
A lot of it's attitude,
He looks
right?
like
or
a
energy.
fucking monster.
Yeah, I think most guys are gargoyles. Like if
It's
you really
disgusting.
think about it. But those guys are better looking than like I don't know, Harry Kravitz, that like
But what
investor from the '80s.
What a weird. Who is Harry Kravitz?
He's just some random guy from the '80s.
I know Lenny. I've seen that penis. His pants split. That was so good.
Oh yeah.
You know when everyone was doing like photoshops, like when that first got popular, like 5 years ago, when everyone was like posting like their show dates were just them photoshopped on something.
Right.
I came up with like the best Photoshop ever, where I had someone Photoshop my face to the tip of Lenny Kravitz's penis when it came out, and it got flagged. I was like,
Oh,
you
really?
guys. And then I did when everyone was doing Tiger King ones, when everyone was photoshopping themselves as Tiger King.
Yeah.
I photoshopped that girl's arm that got bitten off as my penis.
We had her on the pod. She was great.
Was she? Yeah.
Very inspiring.
We should do a Janet Jackson's nipple.
Oh yeah, Janice Snaps
your face.
which was that. Why was that a controversy?
I don't know.
Could anything be less interesting than someone's nipple?
Yeah, I guess it was just the setup of it. Like it was shocking. Like you didn't know. I think it was Panthers Patriots, right? So it was like 03, and then like he just ripped it off, and you were like, what?
But she had that like nipple thing on.
She had a little, yeah, the nipple
And to
wasn't
me,
that-
I always felt like this is not naked.
Right.
No.
Like this is not naked. Just covering the nipples is not.
If she would have started the song with it, no big deal. But it was the way he like ripped it off.
But then
and
they were
she
like
looked
mad
kinda
at
stunned.
him, and then they were like wardrobe malfunction. It's like, was it?
No.
Yeah,
no,
they
no shit.
why did they plan it?
I don't know.
Do you know why they did it? I don't know why they did
I think
it.
they were being like you in high school. They were just being like, hey, we got to like thumb our nose at the.
I was like, how did you know I
the powers-
showed my tits so much? I literally was like, how did he know that? I was flashing Annie. I had my nipples pierced in high
It's
school.
like
They
you
were
in high
out.
school.
My nipples were pierced in high school, and they were out.
Dude, when you had a friend who was willing to flash people, that made every hang better. Like we were driving to Vegas
Yeah.
one time, and my friend, I won't say her name, but this car was like making faces at
Oh,
us, and we
always.
were like, flash him.
Oh.
And then she flashed him, and all the guys in the other car were like, they were so stunned, and we were like, yeah, we won.
Yeah, we used to do that all the time. But then what always happens is you end up getting stuck next to the person at a light or something.
They follow you
Every
for, like-
time you're like, or you're like, that guy was a little older than I should have flashed.
And they follow you to wherever you're going.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're
like,
just
what's
like,
up?
you just get.
You're like, that was a moment. It was just a moment.
I'm sorry, I didn't know we were gonna fall in love.
All right, on to the next one. Annie, so we have a segment like chunk here where we do our beef of the week, which is something
Okay.
we're upset at, and then we do a babe or legend of the week, which is something we're
Okay.
super stoked on. It can be a person, place, or
Okay.
thing. And then we do a quote of the week. That's
Okay.
it. That's it. I'm sorry for not prepping you more, but I felt like it would be too much homework.
I am afraid of homework.
Me too.
I have a homework fear.
Chad, who's your beef of the week?
I had trouble coming up with a beef. My beef of the week, I'm just gonna come off the dome for this one. My beef of the week is parking at Erewhon in WeHo. I fucking or just valet. I don't like valet.
Yeah.
I don't like taking valet. I don't. I had to valet yesterday and I had food all over my car. I didn't have cash for it. I don't like doing valet. Why? I don't like. I like when you have the self park option.
Mm-hmm.
But in Erewhon, it's like, why do they have valet at Erewhon?
Yeah.
This is very local, to West Hollywood.
But if you don't know Erewhon,
yeah, if you don't know Erewhon,
you got to get with the program. I just got Erewhon sweatpants.
you did.
Yeah, I'm
That's
psyched.
awesome.
Big time flex.
Yeah, Erewhon, if you're listening, I'd love a sponsorship.
Are you a member?
Yeah,
I'm a
I
member.
do
and
the
I'm,
fingerprint thing.
the fingerprint never works for me.
Yeah, you got to really press it.
There's something really fun about going. Erewhon, if you don't know, is a grocery store that you go and you get like a basket of things and it's like $2,000 and it feels like amazing. There's something like where you're like, thank you for bringing
Well,
this experience to my life.
you get a cookie for $10.
You're like, hell, this is the best cookie ever.
I think it makes a difference though, because like the whole thing, it's like organic, it's like good for you.
Yes.
And so even though the cookie is like, it's like good materials, it's still a cookie. But if you think while you're eating it, you're like, this is good for me still because it's like organic cane sugar.
Yeah.
Then I think your body responds to that.
Everyone's hot. Like everyone's really hot.
Everyone's really hot.
Unbelievable,
It's like
the
so
smoke
fun to
shows
shop
that
with the
are
hot
there.
people.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, here I am.
And like
Yeah.
the dude you're behind in like the line, you'll just see him on a billboard for like vitamin water
Yep.
a week later. And
Yeah.
you're like, yeah, I knew he was handsome.
Or it's like Common. I've seen Common there. I'm like,
Really?
What is Common doing here? This
he's
is
a great
awesome.
guy.
I was
love Common.
Jeremy Piven in there a couple weeks ago.
I was just gonna say that Jeremy Piven I've seen in there a lot.
Yeah.
Were you with
He-
him
he
on
has-
purpose?
No.
You didn't walk in together,
No, but he had really kind of like,
but did you walk out together, holding
I
hands?
tried, yeah. He had kind of anxious energy behind
Yeah.
me. He's very like, he seemed like very like on the go.
Yeah.
And the line was taking forever because when people get in the thing and they actually have groceries at Erewhon, which is crazy to me.
Yeah.
Everyone had groceries, so it's taking forever. So I get on my phone, then like one opens up and he doesn't say anything. He just like over me, he's like pointing. He's like,
Yeah.
he's like,
Oh, people get real mad when you
yeah,
don't
yeah,
notice
yeah.
the...
So I pissed off Jeremy Piven.
Now, are you a hot bar guy?
Yes, yeah.
Yeah. The hot bar, it's just amazing food, and it's weighed. They don't tell you that it's weighed, so that they just give you a thing, and then they ring it up, and it's like, oh, this is $60.
Yeah.
like,
Like,
oh,
like, you want Korean short ribs?
I
You're like,
know.
oh, that sounds
that
delicious.
sounds so
they're
good.
like,
And
"It's
they actually are so good. The Korean short ribs are so
yeah.
banging.
The carnitas are the best though.
Oh,
But yeah, my beef is one time I for some reason had to get valet there. But I'm like, why am I tipping? I don't know. But parking there just pisses me off.
I have a beef with valet just because my new Tesla has 2 like scrapes on each side, and I did not do it, and my boyfriend did not do it. He don't lie to me, so it's like one of the valets did that to my car at some point. I just didn't notice.
Yeah.
Is that your beef of the week? Or do you have another beef? No pressure.
I'll think of something. You go. Your turn.
My beef of the week is I stopped watching porn like 30 days ago, which is how I used to soothe myself when I was feeling anxious. And in place of that, I've tried meditation and other healthier alternatives. But it's made me crazy emotional. Just been crying a ton. And then I get tired of crying and I like punch my counter because I'm just like, well, I need to feel something else cathartic, but I'm tired of crying. And it's good. It's growth. It's healthy, but it's painful.
I like that you're not crying watching the porn. That's worse.
I never cried while watching porn. I was just always too stoked. But
And is it the feeling of being too stoked that's why you have to take it out of your life? Because you're like, it gives you too much pleasure?
yeah, and it just was not
Distracting.
healthy. Yeah.
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 Do you guys smoke weed or no?
I do.
You do?
I
Okay.
smoke ganj.
I did for
think-
the first time in like 8 years, like a month ago.
And how did
I had
it feel?
fun.
Did you do more?
I'm gonna do more,
Yeah.
but I like being sober. I like clarity.
Yeah. Do you drink?
Here and there. Like I
Yeah.
went to Vegas and I'll party hard here and there.
Yeah, Vegas is really just a fun place.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, Special K is is what to do in Vegas.
What's
Ketamine?
Special K?
Ketamine is.
Can
for
you do
Vegas.
anything? I feel like you'd just be laying on the couch. So.
No. You're just in it. You're zoned in.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone that I went with thought that they like got really, really good at roulette. They're like zoned in, like fucking.
They saw the Matrix.
They saw the Matrix. I do feel that way. I love gambling, and I just win. I'm a winner.
Nice.
I don't accept loss.
You'll stay until you turn it.
I know. I think I'm good at. I know when something good's gonna happen.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, you
but-
seem to be like very like in touch with your like higher spiritual self that is meant for
I got a couple shamans.
abundance.
I got a couple
Have
shamans.
you done ayahuasca?
I've done ayahuasca 6 times.
Really?
Yeah.
Did it change your life?
It did. It was like 30 years of therapy. It was like really cool. And then the new shaman I'm working with is like, do not do hallucinogens. And I'm like,
Really? Just for you or in general?
I think for the people he works with, just because so when he was born in Mexico and he started working as a shaman, like he was born into it. And so when he was 13, they gave him all of the hallucinogens for like 90 days or 9 weeks or something, some 9 involved. And so he just took every hallucinogen and was just completely, and he said there was like 51 of these like master shamans had to help him
Mm-hmm.
come back and stuff. And he's like, it's just such a powerful medicine that you just need people to like bring you back. And he said that he now has the portal to all of those places, and he can, in dream time, he can take me to all those places. So we'll see.
Whoa.
Where do you find shamans?
I found him through
Google?
Jim Fortin.
Oh.
Google, yeah. But like my ayahuasca shaman, he was in the audience at the Comedy Store once in the main room.
Oh, cool.
And it was a
find
whole
shaman.
thing. It was really weird. Have you done ayahuasca?
No, but I love all that stuff. I want to find a shaman. I want to do, I want to lick a toad and do all that shit.
Yeah, I know. I never did the frog one.
Yeah, my buddy Matt, he licks toads.
The
That sounds
MEO.
cool. He's a very happy dude.
Yeah. No, it is pretty cool stuff. I mean, you kind of are just like stop caring about stuff because you're like, the stuff you were worrying about is not a thing.
Yeah.
That sounds good.
But some of us use porn for that.
Yeah, but ayahuasca sounds cooler.
Now, do you have the urge to watch porn and then you have to like?
No, I haven't had the urge that bad. Maybe 1 or 2 nights. It's been.
Is this a forever thing, or you're just like, I'm gonna go 60 days?
I haven't committed one way or the other. Just gonna push it as long as I can and see what happens.
Did your girlfriend ask you to stop watching it, or?
No, I volunteered,
Yeah.
but I did tell her about it. But
Yeah.
no, I didn't. She didn't mandate it or nothing.
Yeah, I've never been like a jealous of porn person.
I think she was more like, well,
Concerned.
what is it? Yeah, what does it all mean? Which is totally
Well,
valid.
it could like make you weird. It can make you sexually weird if you're used to watching it all the time. And then you are just a cuck.
Yeah. Oh, I was into like cuckolding stuff too.
Oh, okay. And then were you starting to get into that in real life?
I would dirty talk about it, but no, I would never actually do it in real life.
I just how excited I got. We're gonna get to the cock of this problem. The crux.
No, I think I'd lose my mind in real life.
It's weird, yeah.
Yeah, it sounds stressful.
But I'm like happy for people if they find their thing, and their thing is to watch their girl get pounded out.
That is nice. They found each other.
Yeah,
Like-
like that is good. Like if you find the right thing.
It's gonna freak out 9 out of 10. So good for you for finding that one.
But they got like Thrinder and all of those. Have you guys gone on any of the kinky ones? The kinky
Thrinder?
No,
What's
just
that?
a Hinge guy.
apps? Yeah. What is Hinge? What's the thing with Hinge?
I think it's just the best of all of them because they, I don't know, it seems to connect you with the most normal people.
Yeah. I did Raya once. Oof. Twice. I went on 2 Raya dates. And then one Bumble. They were all just
Have you-
wild experiences. One was with this like sort of famous musician. And that was kind of cool. That was like fun to go on a date with him.
Like what band? Like Lifehouse or something?
It's just him. I don't want to say his name because I want to be able to just kind of lightly talk shit
He's
for the
smart.
rest of my life about it. But that got me because he was really like, we went on a date and he didn't live here. He was like working on he like did the direct message to me, which that's the move, right? Where he like paid to go straight into my DMs. And then we had like, he had been brought up Quaker. So we like had that in common. So we went to Quaker meeting together, which was just kind of funny because who wants to go to church together? But I thought it was funny.
It's cute.
And we had like a fun date, and then we didn't make out or anything, but it was like very like touchy and like, oh, I want to see you again and stuff. And then lots of texting, and then never hanging out again. It was so annoying. I was like, just let me free. What are you doing? What?
That is weird.
Just a lot of texting forever. It was like for so long.
Really?
And then finally, I just had to be like, I'm out.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, do you want to hang out or not? Like, what the hell is this?
People are weird.
Yeah, you're
Sometimes they just want that engagement.
like a little bit of attention, which I guess is fine. There's no harm in it.
It's understandable, but it feels bad to be functionalized that way.
It's just weird. It's just just a little bit of a waste of time. He would like, I left my like sunglasses. He would always like send me pictures of my sunglasses. I'm like, do you want to give them to me? Or you can keep them. It's like, what are you doing? It was just weird because I was like, are you trying to get me to be like very aggressive or what? It was very weird. It was like, I think a lot of being like anxious attached is like, you're like constantly trying to like figure out what other people want. I'm just like, then eventually I was like, oh, I just don't want this. This is annoying.
Yeah.
This text messaging is so fucking annoying. And then I accidentally FaceTimed him once. It was so embarrassing. But I actually was at a point where I wasn't that embarrassed. But I just like hit FaceTime. Like, when does that happen?
No, maybe your subconscious was driving you to that mistake.
And then he like texted me and I just like, turned it off. And then he texted me and was like, I'm touring in Mexico. What's up? And then I just never responded to
Oh, what a
that.
braggart.
I like braggies though.
It's nice when it's real.
Yeah. But I just was like, ugh, I'm done.
Who's your beef of the week?
My beef of the week is that guy. Why you texting me, bitch?
Yeah, come on.
I bet you I could get him to start
Oberst.
texting me every day again. There's just so much texting. What do you want? What do you want? Don't be wasting my
Well-
text time.
What would he text you like, hey, how's it going?
Like a picture of something. Like he texted me like the city hall in like Philly, like the like guy on top, and it like looked like he had a boner. He like would text me like almost like memes. It was,
Really?
like memes. Or
Oh,
something.
it
It
was
was
me? He didn't
was
take that
almost
photo
like-
himself?
And he sent me like, I was like, why don't you want to hang out? Like one time I was like, what? I was like at the Ice House and he was recording in Pasadena and I was like, do you want to come to my show?
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, I'm busy or whatever. And I'm like, Jesus Christ. I'm like, dude, I just are around the corner or whatever. And then, wait, where was my point of this?
He sends you memes.
He sent me, and then I was like, you're like fucking weird, dude. I don't know what your issue is. Like, I'm also an artist. I'm not trying to take you away from your work. It's weird that you keep saying you want to hang out and then not hanging out. And he was like, he sent me a picture of a kid in a Virgin's Rule shirt. And I was like, okay, why don't you use your words, dude? You only speak in memes. He was like 45. I'm like, you're a grown up.
Yeah, communicate, bro.
And it's weird. I do hear his music a lot now. I feel like it's almost like more.
Ooh, exciting.
I always go to Todd because I bought Todd before I was dating Todd. He was like the young kid I was friends with. So I would go out to Mel's with him and like complain about dudes.
Mm-hmm.
So I had been complaining to him right before we started dating about this fucking musician. I'm like, the hell's wrong with this guy? And then, so when I was just friends with Todd, I got him one of his shirts as a joke, like sent to the Comedy Store.
Mm-hmm.
And then we had started hooking up like in the interim of that getting sent. So then I just sent my new boyfriend like the shirt of like the merch of like a guy I had been into before him. We just have that shirt in our house somewhere.
Chad, who's your favorite legend of the week?
My legend of the week is I was trying to find it on Twitter. I was watching it this morning. The dudes who sang the Chili song. Have you guys seen this?
No.
It's a group of dudes who are so talented who made the Chili song. You guys know Baby Back Ribs? I want my baby.
Oh yeah.
Baby back, baby back.
All right, here we go. Look at these dudes. Aren't they legends?
It's good stuff.
This is really good
That
stuff.
reminds me of-
They really know what they're doing. And yeah, it's funny. Their commitment to their craft is inspiring, and I want to give them a big shout out.
That reminds me of. Hold on.
Jake, do you want to do your legend real quick?
Sure. My legend of the week is Chigas, the guy that helped us
Oh,
film.
nice.
He was very awesome, really nice guy, and I told JT this earlier, but it was nice to kind of have a guy like in my right pocket where like if I ever felt something was out of place, like he would just reassure me.
Yeah.
And then also I drove back with him from San Clemente, and I got to learn a lot about him.
Cool.
And like he's super knowledgeable about cameras, which is always cool to me because I'm also decently knowledgeable about it. And yeah, I just want to give a shout out to him. Thanks for helping me out. And
Camera Bros.
yeah, Camera Bros. And I think like it's a good relationship to have. Like I told him in the future if I ever have a job where I need an extra hand, he would be the guy that I would reach out to. So thank you guys for setting it up, and shout out to Chigas.
Oh my God, little
Hell yeah.
yentas, little work yentas. I love that. This is who that reminds me of, that band. Do you guys remember the Where in the World is Carmen Sandiego song?
Mm-hmm.
The Rockefellers?
Well, she sneaks around the world from India to Carolina. She's a sticky-fingered filcher.
Sticky Finger. Oh, she's a lesbian. Carmen's a lesbian. She's been hiding inside a woman.
Who are those dudes?
Those are the Rockapellas.
Oh, the Rockapellas.
They bring it.
Let me find a picture of them.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it's a great looking group of guys.
Pretty sick. Do you have a legend?
Yeah, my dad, he's a tank.
Cool.
He's been sick. He got another clean bill of health for like the next 4 months. And then I've been stressed out lately, and I was like, hey, I'm gonna go. He's like, you need to get away and like go do something. I was like, I'm doing a silent retreat. And he went, he did the jacking off symbol and went, come on.
Which is ironically the thing you literally can't get caught doing.
Right. I was like, that's what I'm not allowed to do,
when
Dad.
are you doing it?
I don't know. I just think it'd be good. I talk so much. I think it'll be good to be silent for a bit.
I feel the same way, but it's scary. But you know, they're like 10 days. They've been
I'm only going for 3.
You're going to go for 3. Are you signed up?
I am. At a place that I did very little research on and that I have no idea what I'm walking into. But I'm excited.
Oh my God. Scary. Are you scared?
Is it terrified?
That's so exciting. I
I'm
want to do that
excited.
too.
It'll be fun.
I've never shut up.
I know, me neither. I'm excited to see what it feels
Everyone's
like.
like, do you smoke? I'm like, no, I just talk all the time.
That's my drug. Who's your Baber legend of the week?
My Baber legend of the week. Who was the best recently? Let me look at my text. Who's been the best? Anthony Jeselnik? No.
Are you buddies with him?
He wanted me to send him my hypnotist.
Oh, really?
Yeah. My hypnotist is the best. I'm doing, the reason I had to do this earlier. Oh, I'm missing my class already. That's okay. I talk a lot. I'm doing a hypnosis class with her where I'm like learning how to do it.
Oh, cool.
It's
Oh,
the
you're
second
learning
time.
how to be a hypnotist?
Yeah, and she's got like a bunch of students in it. She's like a fucking badass. She's the best. Mary Lou Rodriguez. She really helped me change my life. It's really cool. But she's really cool. She does a lot. She's funny. She's cool. She's neat.
So, do you think she'd be able to teach me how to be hypnotized?
I think so. I'll ask her about that in class today.
Yeah.
Someone that has like it's failed for them before.
Yeah.
I think you just need someone who's really confident
Mm,
that you trust.
right.
You didn't trust that guy.
No, it felt weird.
And he was lecturing you said, right? He was kind of being
Well, that's his thing. He like lectures you, and he tells you how terrible smoking is for you, and then he'll like drink water every like minute to like get you in a trance. But that was just kind of like, I was thrown off by his tan.
But also the thing, he had a tan.
Like
Oh,
a
by the
fake-
way,
like a
I'm
fake
really
tan.
pissed I don't have a fake tan on. I really wanted to have, I love spray tans, and like this is the place that I really wanted to have one. I just want you
Yeah,
to
this
see
is the
that.
pod to do it. This is like
This
the
is
tan-
where I hope you have me back because I'll
Yeah,
come really tan.
Our tour is called the Stay Tan Tour.
Yeah, I love it. But I like that you guys real tan.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That's really bold in these times.
Got to do it. Throw caution
You got to
to the
keep
wind
it. You got to
somehow.
keep it happening.
Are you a fan of Liver King?
No. What's
Okay.
Liver King?
Never mind.
I'll look into it.
He's like a big personality on the internet, and
Okay.
he espouses a primal life.
Yeah.
Oh, I'll look
He's,
him up.
he's always talks about getting the sun on the face, the hair of the eyes, getting your feet grounded to the earth every
Ooh.
morning.
He's
Yeah.
deep tan,
Love
like
it.
mahogany.
Love it.
But his whole thing is, when people talk about like skin cancer and stuff, which I'm starting to question. Although I was eating like vegetable oils or seed oils while I was in Hawaii, but their whole thing is like the reason we sunburn is because of what we're eating these days.
That can't be true. Is that
Canola,
true?
canola oil, like
Okay.
seed oils, are they're creating this reaction in our bodies. It's like allows us to burn more,
Wow.
something like that.
And have you found
He
that
is
to
a
be true?
king.
I've
I
found
love
that
him. He's my babe.
I've found that my sunburns aren't as deep, and I don't
Okay.
peel.
Shallow ones.
Yeah, but I also did get a sun allergy, so now but I was also eating seed oils, so
You gave it to yourself.
yeah.
Now, okay, so with the hypnosis though, so the way I understand hypnosis is that you have the identity of someone who's a smoker.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So you identify as a smoker, as a nicotine addict, as someone that likes nicotine, that wants
Mhm.
nicotine. So if he's just lecturing you, that's not even like speaking to the part of you.
Yeah.
Like you need to get into your subconscious and like identify as someone that doesn't smoke,
Yeah.
as someone that,
Oh, that's interesting. Yeah. I've
'Cause-
said, oh, that's interesting.
I got
65
hypnotized-
times.
because I'm not making you laugh. Because I didn't crush it.
No, you're crushing it.
That actually is really interesting now. Like just the thought pattern of like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
oh,
Well, you're gonna just keep. It's all habits. It's not like who you are. Like you're not a smoker, but you in your head think you're a smoker. You think you're a nicotine addict.
Yeah. Well, I've been off it for 2 months now,
Mm-hmm.
and now I don't even think about it.
Yeah.
But I think a lot of it had to do with a shift in my mindset of
Mhm.
like, because before when I would quit, I would be like, okay, I'm gonna get back into it, or I'm gonna reward myself after like 3
Yeah.
months and stuff. But now I don't have that anymore.
Yeah.
As like it's my reward kind of thing. So now I don't even
Yeah.
think about it.
Yeah, it is weird because like with weed, I just wasn't smoking it, was doing great, and then I was like, let's dive back in, baby.
Yeah.
And then 3 days in a row, just the highest I've ever been in my life.
Well, that's the thing. It's like if you're like healthy
Never
for a
been
while.
higher.
Yeah. If you're
I wake up like in my makeup, like my shoes are on. I'm like, my mouth guard's like over there. I'm like, oh, my jaw hurts. What am I doing?
if you're like healthy for a while, it's that like need as a human being to get some like vices going.
Yeah. But also, I think it's about not making it like a big deal that you're doing it. 'Cause
Yeah.
if you make it a big deal, then you're like, I think I lean into it more.
Right.
So I'm just like, it's cool I smoke weed. It's cool that I woke up in my fucking clothes. Fucking cool. I'm the legend. I'm my legend.
Are you your
me.
legend of the week?
I'm my own legend of the week because I have a Tesla. I have a Louis Vuitton purse. Brand new. Still has the wrapper on it.
All right. Do you
This
have
was fun.
Yeah, it was fun.
What a weird end.
We're supposed to do a quote of the week.
Quote of the week. Oh my God, you really didn't.
I'm sorry. I know.
I
we
guess
gotta
I
prep
brought up
people.
that the sunscreen.
That dude, I was gonna do my quote of the week is don't worry about the future or worry, but know that worrying is as effective as trying to solve an algebra equation by chewing bubblegum. The real troubles in your life are apt to be things that never cross your worried mind. The kind that blindsides you at 4 p.m. on some idle Tuesday. The last line is, do one thing every day that scares you. Like singing in the goddamn comedy jam.
Guys, I'm going to do it. And I'm going to crush it. I actually will crush it.
Yeah, of course.
The only way I fail is if I think I'm going to fail.
No choice but to crush.
Yeah, I'm going to crush it. It's going to be the best. Look out for that. Come to Mexico, guys, and see me performing it.
Do you have a quote, Chad?
Barbecue sauce.
I have a quote.
Yeah.
The truth is hard to swallow when you're choking on your pride. For some reason, like this whole week, I've been listening to this song, and it keeps, for some reason, that lyric sticks into my mind.
Say it one more time.
The truth is hard to swallow when you're choking on your pride. So it's kind of like, I don't know.
I feel that.
Yeah, I don't know why it keeps attaching to me.
I feel
Maybe
that in my
I'm-
bones.
I want to be. Are you dipping?
It's Zins. They're tobacco or nicotine pouches.
We're this bastard doing right in front of you.
I know I'm terrible about
I
it.
have a quote. Ready?
Yeah.
Cut my life into pieces.
You know I was about to fucking do it.
Were you?
Are you about to do it? Yeah,
This is
what's
my
your
life.
quote?
Oh, okay, I'll do duality then. I'll do duality. I push my fingers into my eyes. Fuck, I forget the rest of the song.
That's powerful, though.
I will tell you this though. Wait, Papa Roach. When I saw them, so I met them on a heavy metal cruise,
That's awesome.
and then I bombed so hard too, so we were bound. I was like, and we're friends for life. But
Heavy metal cruise.
yeah,
That sounds awesome.
It was
Were you booked
fucking
on it, or
awesome.
you?
I was booked
you
on it.
voluntarily. Oh, that's awesome.
no, I was booked on it, and I can't wait. I want to do it again. I have to relive it because I tanked.
Dude, nothing better than a metal concert.
It was so fun.
So fun.
But so then I went and saw them live. I went and like hung backstage with them when they were at the Roxy a couple of years ago. It was like 2019. And I learned a lot.
Really?
Jacoby was up there. He's like, LA, we love you. And he like painted a heart. And I was like, with his fingers. And I was like, damn, I really like go on stage like mad at the audience. I was like, I really was like thinking the audience was going to hate me. Like I was like going at it all wrong. So I started like kind of doing that sometimes and been like, and then he also was like, when we can, this is my quote. Okay. This is Jacoby, lead singer of Papa Roach at a live concert at the Roxy in 2019. He's like, LA, we love you. When we first came here 20 years ago, all we got were no's, but the work starts at no. That's my quote.
That's so inspiring.
They're the best.
Let's go. Well, that's a good place to end it.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys. Guys, listen to Trash Tuesday or watch it. Sometimes we dress up. It's on YouTube, all the other platforms. It's fun. It's me and my two girlfriends. We talk shit. We laugh. I make fun of them. And then I have my solo podcast coming back, and I have a Spotify interactive show coming out. But it's like, you know what I mean? So it'll be like, it's all audio, but I can bring people up from the audience. I'm just going to fuck with people.
That's fun.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, it'll be fun. Every Monday night.
Well, thank you so
Follow
much.
my Instagram. I just got on TikTok. Follow my TikTok.
Annie Lederman on Instagram.
Annie Lederman on Instagram. Annie Lederman on TikTok. AnnieLetterman.com/shows. Come see me live. Things get crazy.
Fuck yeah, dude.
If you need advice, these guys are really nice.